Perfect. All right, cool. So I guess for rares and mythics, we don't need to really go in order, do we? We can just like
Maybe just
CMC?
convert to mana cost.
Mana cost?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mana cost, and then we'll just go by colors, I guess.
Yeah, I think we can do both the rares and the mythics at
Together?
once, probably. Yeah,
Okay, sure. In that case, it's this, and then we can just do it by color, yeah. So
yeah, let's do by color.
And then
Is there a
CMC.
bonus sheet for this one?
there's no bonus sheet.
No?
There's no bonus sheet.
Okay.
I'm actually okay with no bonus sheet for a while. There's too many bonus sheets these days, I think.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite bonus sheet was the one with the companions, March Machine.
That was good. No, that was
think.
good. That was good. That was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm okay with just like special guests. But then sometimes the special guest cards are kind of like filler ish. But we'll see. Oh wow.
Wait,
Angela
is there a
says,
special guest one?
quick question to Deathsie. Do you know how to do the Heimlich maneuver? Because our streamer has a tendency to choke. Oh my god. You don't need to answer that. Okay. Anyways,
Alright.
welcome guys. If you're watching this live or you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. We are finishing up the Duskmourn limited set review with Deathsie here, and we're doing the rares and mythics. And because we are a professional streamer, we will hide the what's it called, the bar on the top. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. Okay, it's like we only see the cards now. Perfect. All right, Deathsie, how are you? You wanna say hi?
I'm doing great, Amaz. Thanks for having me again. I'm super excited to look at the rares today. Even though, you know, in limited, normally we see the commons and uncommons the most. I think the rares offer the sort of special spice, you know, to build around and to have memorable decks. So
Yeah, I mean, I like rares and mythics in general because otherwise you just like force certain color pairs all the time, and you know, rares are there to kind of like go like, hey, you want to draft this color that you haven't drafted before, that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah. And we'll be keeping an eye out for some auto win cards.
Some auto win cards. There are auto win cards in Magic. That is true. All right. So I guess I will start us off with. I'll just read the names for these ones. Okay. All right. So we have Reluctant Role Model. For 2 mana, you get a 2/2, and it has a Survivor mechanic again. So I guess I'll read this first for the first time again. So Survivor is at the beginning of your second main phase. So after combat, if it is tapped, you get a bonus, and in this case, you get a flying, lifelink, or +1/+1 counter on this. So it gets stronger. And then also, whenever this or another creature you control dies, if it counters on it, you move those counters to another creature.
Okay.
That seems actually kind of good already, right? I mean,
Yeah,
if your
it's
opponent
like-
can't block this, they're basically super effed.
I mean, would you be against giving this an S? I mean, it just wins on its own, right?
Yeah, because like I imagine you just give this flying.
Yeah.
And then if they don't get a flyer, then it just gets like getting bigger. And then if it's big enough, you get lifelink, and then they can't race you. So
Yeah, I think like all 3 keywords there are kind of messed up together.
And then randomly, if
and-
you have other creatures with counters that die, you can just move counters to stuff. Oh man, if you have stun counters and your creatures die, you can move stun counters to your opponent's creatures.
Ooh, that's spicy.
That is it's so random. Okay, I am probably down giving this S. I mean, I'm probably just first picking this, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the card that you lose to most of the time and complain about because, well, if you don't have a 2-drop, you can't block it, and then against flying, you don't have, I don't know, your Searing Spear or whatever that is. Your Scorching Dragonfire.
Okay, maybe A+. There's a lot of strong cards in the set, right? Like the Overlords and everything. Okay, I'll give it an A+. It's just really strong. Yeah. All right. Do we want to? I'll just do all the white ones, and then we can just swap. Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah, you'll switch up.
All right. Anyways, the next one we have Enduring Innocence. For 3 mana, you get a 2/1 lifelink enchantment creature. When one or more other creatures you control have power 2 or less energy, draw a card once per turn. And then when it dies, if it was a creature, it comes back as an enchantment and not a creature. So there's like a whole cycle of this. So a 3-mana 2/1 lifelink that draws you some cards when you play other stuff is that seems pretty insane. And then if they go to kill it, you still get this ability permanently as an enchantment.
Dude, these cards
Isn't
are
this
so
insane
annoying
as well?
What in the world? Yeah, so unless you have Scorching Dragonfire or something that exiles it, like it just comes back. I think it's pretty degen as well.
Yeah, you have to exile it, and then you have to kill it kind of as lifelink. You can't just like technically ignore it, right? If they attack you with the
Yeah.
2/1 lifelink, you're not gonna block. Because if you block it,
Mhm.
it comes back as enchantment, and then you still get. Nah, I mean, this is also insane. I guess
Yeah.
I'm giving this A+ as well.
The green Clear the Mind type card that shuffles artifact or enchantment into their deck.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then you gotta shuffle four cards in your yard. That card is it looks pretty good. It looks like some of these cards are just too resilient.
Oh yeah, because it tucks it into their library, so
Uh-huh.
it gets away from the Death's Claws. Yeah, I mean that's just insane. All right, next up we have
Yeah.
Split Up, 3-mana sorcery. You get to destroy all tapped creatures or all untapped creatures.
Dang, this looks good.
This also looks good. Cause
Yeah,
yeah, it is like symmetrical, but you're always gonna choose the mode that benefits you the most. And since if
exactly.
you have this in your hand, you can just play around it for yourself, right?
Yep. It's like asymmetrically symmetrical. So like, yeah, you can swing out and then destroy their untapped creatures or something.
Yeah. Also, if it's just kill one creature, that's pretty good already. It's 3-mana kill a creature.
Yeah,
It's just murder, right? That's like the floor.
Yeah, I guess it can be a little bit awkward if you can't do it properly, but I think you should always be able to get pretty good use out of it.
Yeah, I can't imagine a situation where this is bad for you. But like if this is bad for you, then maybe you're just like not really sculpting the board properly, right? I'm also giving this A+.
Yeah, I think I give this an A+ as well. Yeah, it looks good.
It's all A+. They're not really S, but they're like pretty damn good, you know. All right, next up.
I'm giving the Mole an S. Yeah.
You're giving
I
S?
like
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
there
I
are
like A for
some
the other
cards
ones.
that are even better than this, so we'll see. Next up, we have Toby, Beastie Befriender. 3-mana 1/1. When it enters, you make a 4/4 white beast creature token with this creature can't attack or block alone. And then, as long as you have 4 more creature tokens, they have flying. Okay. So 3-mana 1/1 make a 4/4. That is a little bit weird, right? Because you have to work a little bit for it. But you are getting like what 5/5 worth of stats.
Yeah, it's like a Blade Splicer type thing.
Kind of like that. And yeah, I guess. This one is not as good as the others, I think. Right?
I think the token clause on it is like pretty scary too.
Yeah,
though.
it is scary, but I think the others are more standalone good. And this one, if they go like, oh, just kill your 1/1 and then you have a 4/4 that can't really do anything, it's kind of awkward. I mean, it's still a 4/4, it's still really chunky. But
Yeah,
I don't think this is like too insane. I'll give this like a B+. It's still good.
Yeah, I think like B+ A- sounds good. Probably just a B. Yeah.
Probably,
it looks good, though.
yeah. It's still a 2-for-1, but I mean, yeah, you have to work a little bit. All right, next up we have Unidentified Hovership, little UFO. 3-mana for a 2/2 flying vehicle. When it enters, exile a creature with toughness 5 or less. Okay, that's a lot of things. When it leaves the battlefield, the exile card's owner manifests dread. So if you target your opponent's stuff, then they get to manifest dread, right? Look at the top 2 cards.
Okay.
Put one face down as a 2/2, the other in the graveyard. And you can flip it face up if it's a creature for its mana cost. And then as a crew of 1. And keep in mind it's a 2/2 flying, right?
Yeah.
This
I
seems-
mean, it looks good.
This looks,
yeah,
looks
because
good.
they
yeah.
don't. Yeah, because they don't get their guy back at least. So
Right, yeah.
Manifest Dread is usually gonna be worse, probably.
And also you can just like, if you think they have removal, you can just not crew it, right? And just leave it as like an artifact. It's kind of like the trapped in the screen kind of thing, right? So
yeah, that's a good point.
It's
Actually,
pretty good. I would give it like a B+. It's just solid.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as like as the first 3 cards we see here, but yeah, very
Yeah, because
very
the first
solid.
3 cards are like they all do something ridiculous, and it's also like a must answer, right? The first one's must answer.
Yep.
The second one's like just goddamn annoying, and the third one's just like board wipes are always just really good. But this is like good, but it's like reasonable, I would say.
Yep, for sure.
All right, next up we have Leyline of Hope. For 4 mana, you get an enchantment that says if you would gain life, you gain damage life +1 instead. And as long as you have at least 7 life more than your starting life total, creatures you control get +2/+2. And of course, since this is a Leyline, you can play for free if it's in your opening hand. Is this good? This one. Is there even is life gain really supported in the set? I don't think so. We looked at the comments yesterday.
It was the 3-minute 3/3 that can the life gains on enchantments
on Eerie,
whatever,
yeah.
But,
and then there are some
Eerie,
black cards that had lifelink as well. But there's no like dedicated life gain.
4-mana 2/5.
Yeah, there's no dedicated life gain like archetype, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound good. I will play it probably.
I mean, you play everything, so yeah.
Yeah, you play everything. Yeah.
I think this might be an F. This might be. I don't usually like giving Fs that early because like the card needs to literally do nothing for it to be F. But I actually think this actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, if this card like allowed you to gain life with it or something, like if you played a creature and then you got a life or something for a creature or something, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything by itself, right? You have to gain life, and it only gives you +1 after that. So yeah, I'm off with this.
Yeah, and the bonus is kind of small for how hard it is actually, like +2/+2.
All right, you want to give it a build around something.
A build around D.
All right, there you go. Next up, we have Ghostly Dancers. 5-mana 2/5 flying. Okay. When it enters, you return an enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand, or you unlock a locked door of a room you control. Okay. And then it has Eerie. So Eerie, once again, is whenever an enchantment you control enters, or when you fully unlock a room, so you do some enchantment stuff, you get a 3/1 flying. Oh my goodness. Wait, this is busted.
Yeah, I think the most busted part is that you just get a huge mana advantage from enter the battlefield and unlocking a room. Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Wait, no, this is ridiculous. This is okay. So the first part is you get enchantment back, right? So that's a 2-for-1, and then when you go to cast enchantment next turn or the same turn, you get a 3/1. So that's a 3-for-1, and then the other option is you unlock a locked door of a room that's already on the battlefield, and usually the doors are like the rooms are made in a way so it's just that there's a cheap side and an expensive side, right? So if you unlock expensive side, you get a 3/1 immediately as well. Okay, this one I'm okay with giving this one an S.
Yeah, this one looks super good. I mean, a lot of the rooms that you unlock are gonna be like 4 or 5 mana, so it's like
so you get a huge mana advantage.
In a way, yeah, you're getting a free 2/5 and 3/1 that must be answered.
That unlocks a room and then sticks around.
Yeah,
no. This
makes no sense.
is S. This is S for me. Yeah. Is it
S
for
you? Yeah, makes no sense. Yeah. Yep, I like to give it S.
Cool. All right. Next up, Wandering Rescuer. 5-mana 3/4 flash. It has Convoke, so you can tap your creatures as mana for it. It has Double Strike. And then other tap creatures you can have Hexproof. Okay.
Ooh, this one looks good as well, because the thing is that there's survival mechanic as well, so...
Yeah, but if you want a survivor, you have to do it on your turn, right? So... I'm going to think that you don't want to do that. I think you want to just get people with... either flashing in the Double Striker to block, or if they go to remove your creature, you go like, okay, Hexproof and make a 3/4.
I think both are probably good. I mean, it's flexible, right?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this is just stupid. I think this is an S as well. This is just stupid, right? Like, your opponent goes to try and kill your stuff, and then they're like, no, I'll save my guy and make a 3/4 Double Strike.
Yeah, or they try to attack you, can save your guy, and I don't know, or instead of saving your guy, you just flash it in and block.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of ways to use it.
It's just ridiculous. Oh wait, yeah, and I think this might be the only card that's free in the set, right? You have to be careful about 0 mana cards.
I mean, technically, Ghostly Dancers is free.
No. As in, like, you can cast for free when you're tapped out, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay.
So yeah,
I mean, it might be kind of obvious though.
I'm giving it S.
It's like, I mean, you're tapped out, and then your opponent has a bunch of creatures. I mean, like you're always.
It's not obvious. It's not obvious. I don't think it's obvious.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, what are you giving it?
Yeah, I think like if we had a rating for low S, which we don't, but yeah.
You can do S minus. You can make your own rating. You can do whatever you want. I don't know. We're chilling.
Sure. Yeah. Let's give it S minus.
S minus. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
I like it, but I don't think it's better than the Dancers or the 2-drop.
I think they're both insane. Like, I don't know. I don't want to see any of these cards in my opponent's battlefield. All right. Next up, we have a room. It's Dazzling Theater, prop room. Okay, so Dazzling Theater, 4 mana. Creature spells you cast have Convoke. Okay. And then the other side, Prop Room, is 3 mana. Says untap each creature you control during each other player's untap step.
Wait, that's sick. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool,
I mean,
but doesn't it kind of suck?
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but it's also kind of like really cool though.
Okay, so you untap your creatures during your opponent's untap step.
Okay.
So what does that do?
So you can use
So you can block with it?
Are there other like how many flash creatures are there?
I don't think we saw a lot of flash creatures because we saw the commons and uncommons last time, and there was. I don't think there was any.
Was there any in blue? There was like the blue counter spell guy, which is like
the
whatever.
counter spell guy, yeah.
There's a black. There's a black
3/2. Yeah. There's a black 3/2. I mean, we can just look at it now. So what's this called? Oracle Flash.
Yeah. Dude, you're a master at the Scryfall stuff.
I'm really good at Scryfall stuff, yeah. I mean, it's only creatures too, right?
Yeah, it's
so
only
type equals
there's
creature.
Merfolk here.
Bro, that's like not much.
Is it not a deck? Okay, well, 2 of them are rares.
Yeah.
2 of them are commons.
I mean, this already has Convoke.
So like some sort of Esper Flash.
And then you
deck.
block with
I mean,
it? Like, okay, no. I think this card sucks.
Untap, yeah, and it doesn't even work because you can't survive around your opponent's turn either.
Right, and then I mean, at this point where you can unlock both rooms, don't you have enough mana to cast all your spells already, all your creatures already, kind of?
Yeah, this card probably doesn't do anything.
I'm giving this an F. I don't know. This seems terrible. Because like yeah, I guess you can Survivor with like the Convoke stuff. And then you can block, but this the right side doesn't actually do anything, does it?
I mean, it allows you to Survivor your stuff in your turn, and then
and then yeah, but then I'm not paying 4 mana for the left side. That does not seem good. All right, what are you giving?
Yeah,
I'm off it.
Yeah. So last thing I'll say about that is that I could see. I mean, if there are ways, I can't remember if there are like creatures that draw cards and stuff like that. But yeah, you might be able to like play a bunch of tokens and cast a bunch of stuff, draw cards. It'll be cool, but I think it's whatever.
Yeah,
I'd probably give it a D.
Okay. Deathsie does not like giving Fs. I like that. Next one, Overlord of the Mistmoors. Okay, I know this one. 7 mana for 6/6 enchantment creature. So it's an Overlord, so it's impending. So impending is you can cast it for cheaper, and then it basically has 4 time counters on it. And then it isn't a creature until the last one is removed, and you remove a time counter at the end step every turn. So once you play this, it's like 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then it becomes a creature after that.
So it's like suspendish.
Yeah. So suspendish. Yeah. And then it also has ability. When this enters or attacks, you make 2/2/1 flyers.
Okay.
Well, this is just
like Dr. Boom.
I mean, this is just broken, right? What? This is actually broken.
It's like Dr. Boom. Yeah.
It's a Dr. Boom. How good Hearthstone is. So like, I think the impending and the front side, like the 7 mana side, they're both insane, right? Okay, because the thing with free spells is that if you can bunch them all up in one turn, your opponent usually doesn't have that many answers to deal with it, right? So they are usually better than, for example, like, spacing out your threats at the same time, right? Because for example, if your opponent has like single target removal and stuff like that, and then it's that turn where this comes off of impending and you play another threat, then they're like literally after, right? So yeah, and then also it's a 2/4 its front side. It makes 2 flyers, which is ridiculous. So
yeah, I think in a normal set, like it would be like, okay, well, depending on how aggressive the set is, maybe this card is like not broken or whatever. But there's also reanimator stuff in this set.
There's also reanimator.
White has a reanimator card at common as well. Wait, was it common?
It's common, yeah. The 5 mana one, right? The gain 3 life.
Yeah, the 5 mana one. Black has the kill spell / reanimate thing.
Well, black has a lot of uncommon ones. There's the 1/1 as well, right? Yeah.
There's the Unburial Rites as well.
Unburial Rites, yeah. This is S.
Yeah, I think I would give this S as well. Yeah, looks good.
All right, last card is a Mythic Room. Dollmaker Shop for 2 mana. You get a whenever you get an enchantment that says whenever one or more non-toy creatures attack a player, or you control attack a player, so you have to attack. You make a 1/1 toy. Okay, cool. And then for 6 mana, creatures you control have base power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. So all your creatures are going to be the same power and toughness equal to how many you have.
Okay. I don't think it's beatable, right?
This is
Usually?
I think this is just also stupid.
Oh my god! Dude, this Amaz guy loves giving asses, man.
I'm gonna attack with 6/6/6 now. You know, like okay.
Yeah, this card actually makes no sense. I mean, obviously worse if you're in the draw, but like.
Yeah,
you need a removal.
Stupid. Yeah, because also the thing is, you don't have to unlock the 6 mana one until you need it, and then once you do it, your opponent's dead most likely. Yeah. Yeah, this is also good. I would think that the other cards that we rated S are better by a little bit, right? If you just like compare it to these. So I would give this an A+.
Not really. Oh, it is true that okay, so the doll maker shop doesn't make a unit or anything. Okay.
It does make it when you if you can play on turn 3 if you attack. Turn 1 you play 1, turn 2 you play this, and it can make a dude, right?
Yeah, if you attack on 2 with this, then Giga broken for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's hard to continue having non-toy creatures that attack.
Yeah, because the toys can't make the toys, but at the same time, the 6 mana card, the 6 mana version is so strong.
Yeah, super strong as well.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm okay with A+. Like, yeah, I think it's good enough.
Yeah, I think A+ sounds good. I mean, if you can unlock the right side for free with one of the ways in the format.
Yeah. That's true.
It's broken as well.
It's broken. All right, cool. So the right rares are some unplayable ones, I guess, and then some broken ones, right?
Yeah, I think most of them are good actually. Just like it's almost no bad white rares.
Yeah. All right. Deathsie's gonna talk about the blue ones here. Whenever it loads for you.
Dude, the art on these cards are super sick.
I like the blue. Yeah, the blue rares and the blue rares, they look insane. Like very spooky.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right, first card here, Silent Hall Creeper, 2 mana 1/1. It's enchantment creature. Silent Hall Keeper cannot be blocked. Whenever Hall Creeper deals combat damage to a player, choose one that hasn't been chosen yet. Sorry, that hasn't been chosen. First one, put 2+1 counters on Silent Hall Creeper. 2, draw a card. 3, Silent Hall Creeper becomes a copy of another target creature you control. Okay.
All
right, yeah. What do you think about that? I mean, this card is like it does so much. It's kind of similar to the white 2-drop where it's like it must be answered, otherwise I think you just win the game.
This one is it's interesting, right? So like you attack 3/3, with it,
draw a card.
So you definitely want to do the first 2 modes first, right? Because if it becomes a copy of another creature, then it doesn't have to, can't be blocked anymore. It just copies the new creature, right? But then at the same time,
it will keep the counters, I guess.
Yeah, at the same time, if you don't have another creature, then it's just just a 3/3 unblockable until you play another creature, I guess. It's kind of wonky.
Yeah,
because you can't choose a mode where if it doesn't have a legal target, right? So it just kind of sticks there. This can't be bad, right? It's a 3/3. It's a 3/3 unblockable that draws you a card, right? So it replaces itself, and then it becomes a copy of something that could be an upside. It doesn't have to be a downside. So I mean,
it's never a downside, and this guy can block for whatever reason. Like usually cards like this won't be able to block itself.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
I think this is super good.
Like, is it like A+ good or like S good? Because obviously the power level is not on the same as like the Wanderer or whatever, but like playing this on 2 just ends a game.
I mean, often. I think often it does. It's just there's so many benefits. Like even if you like just copy a random 3-drop, right? Like so, what's a random 3-drop? One of the green cards or something, right?
Or like life linker guy or whatever.
Yeah, if you copy like a cult healer or whatever, right? Just as an example, it's a freaking 5/5 cult healer now.
Yeah.
Right? And God forbid you copy like rares or something like that. So like you want to give a rating first with the blue cards?
Yeah, sure. I think I'm just gonna give this an S still. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
would also give this an S. I think it's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit too degen for what you get for how little you play, you pay, and it's good at every point in the game as well.
Yeah. And obviously, yeah, once it copies another creature, it becomes that creature. So it loses all this text, right? But it gets two counters. It keeps the 2 counters because counters don't go away. All right. Yeah,
All
S
right.
card, S card.
Awesome. Okay, next card here, Abhorrent Oculus, 3 mana, 5/5. As additional cost to cast a spell, exile 6 cards from your graveyard. Okay, that's kind of expensive.
Okay.
Flying at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, manifest dread. All right, well, I mean, it's worth the cost for sure. I mean, it comes out pretty late. You have to build around like you have to be really surveilling and manifest dreading or putting cards in your bin.
Yeah, or reanimating, right?
Or reanimating. That's true. There's a lot of reanimator payoffs, and there's the reanimate the room that reanimates something that's 3 or less
Yeah,
as well.
that's 2 mana for white. Yeah, so yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, right. Because like, if it doesn't have the exile 6 cards from your graveyard clause, like how much mana are you willing to pay for this? A 5/5 that manifests dread or your opponent's a lot. Like I would pay I'll be happy at 6
like
mana.
6,
for it,
7
right?
mana.
6, 7.
Yeah, like 6, 7 mana. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you cast this on turn 6 or 7, that's still pretty bonkers. So
Yep, I think so. And then you squeeze, and then you use the rest of your mana for something else as well.
yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah.
It looks good. I think I would probably start this off at A. Yeah.
I would also give it
looks
an
just
A.
solid.
I think the Hall Creeper is better. So yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like cards that you have to work for are fun in the way that they're like cool and flashy. And
No. It's a fun
I don't know.
card. I like it. Yeah, I like this
Yeah,
design
yeah,
more.
yeah.
But then yeah, it's like not degenerate, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like cards that you don't have to work for at all that just win the game are just like not is nonsense.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can actually play this in a Manifest Dread deck, and if you manifest this and flip it up for 3 mana.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that is
True.
doing it. That is doing it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's insane. All right, next card here, Entity Tracker, 3 mana, 2/3 flash. Has Eerie whenever enchantment control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, draw a card. Okay, a little bit like, not like the most exciting card ever, I guess. What
Yeah.
do you think?
I mean, it's still good. I don't know if it's insane, right? Because usually these cards tend to like back in old Magic, these cards were insane, right? Because removal was kind of bad, and you know, they just you just keep on running away with cards and stuff like that. But nowadays, each card kind of stands by itself quite a bit, and this doesn't grow itself, right? It's always just gonna be a 2/3 dude. So I'm actually not super high on this. Is that crazy?
I mean, I think it's still super good. Just
It's
like especially if you're
good.
playing like a auras, yeah, like a auras variant with like less rooms and more cheaper auras, or like
Oh, I guess
rooms that are cheap as well.
Yeah. It works with the enchantment creatures too. So all enchantment creatures proc it. That is pretty good then, I guess. If you're drawing cards off of those.
I think it's good because I mean you're usually gonna eat a 2/2 with this as well. Probably like I don't care blocking with it. I don't
Sure.
think, most of the time.
That does track. Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine,
Yeah.
fine. There's enough upsides on this. Okay.
Yeah, it's just not like super. I don't know. It's not as flashy as other cards.
Yeah.
see.
It's just
solid.
it's just efficient, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just give this like an A for me.
Yeah, I think I'll give it an A too. I was about to give it a B, but then there's just so much random upsides. Just randomly creatures.
Yeah.
You can flash the block. Yeah.
Okay, next card here. Dude, this card looks cool as hell. What in the world? The Mind Skinner. Triple blue, 10/1. The Mind Skinner can't be blocked. And if a source you control would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage and each opponent mills that many cards. Wait, what?
Yeah. So all your damage becomes
Alright.
mill your opponent. So your opponent's library effectively becomes their life total for as long as this is on the battlefield.
Yeah, and so like other things dealing damage as well, direct damage as well.
It's any damage, right? Yeah, even combat damage. Yeah. It's everything. I mean, other creatures too.
And I guess this guy can't be blocked. It's pretty funny actually. So like I guess what your opponent can do is like they can let your deck I don't know, mill a decent amount before killing this, and it's almost like healing.
Sure, yeah, and then yeah, they can take advantage of it. And 10-1. Although, did we really see a lot of deal 1 damage in the set? Really,
Not
it was
really. No.
like the 1-1.
It was like a
Fear
1
of
mana,
Lost
1.
Thief. Yeah. So it's effectively like a
1/1 black.
10-2 or 10-3 kind of removal wise, right? Because you're never gonna block with this. I like this. The casting cost is awkward,
cool.
obviously.
It was perfect. It's perfect for my 5-color decks.
Okay, what are you rating it?
That is interesting. I mean, it's kind of an auto. I mean, it's not really an auto win card, but it can be. I mean, in certain matchups, probably.
Yeah.
I think I probably wouldn't give this any more than a B.
Yeah.
Mainly because of casting costs and it's awkward, but it is cool though.
It is cool. Yeah, I would also think I'd give this somewhere there. Maybe a build on A or something, because like you have to play blue, like real blue, like really really hard blue. But I think if you get this on the battlefield, it's really strong. Like it is like, okay, answer this or you're dead in like 2 turns, right? Mill 20 cards, you're dead. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a lot.
Okay.
It is actually a lot.
Yeah,
that's true. Like 2 hits is probably enough. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what do you have next?
All right, next card here, the Tale of Tamiyo. 3 mana. It's a saga. Saga's 1, 2, 3 is mill 2 cards. If 2 cards that share a card type were milled this way, draw a card and repeat this process. Okay. And then the Saga 4 is exile a number of target instant sorcery and or Tamiyo planeswalker cards from your graveyard. Copy them. You may cast any number of the copies, so you still have to pay mana for it.
Yep, but you get to cast all instants and sorceries that you can pay for in your graveyard, because there's no Tamiyo planeswalkers in this set.
Yeah. So Saga 4 and you need to cast it immediately, right?
Yeah, you do need to cast it immediately. Yeah, that's right.
I think it's kind of awkward. I mean, it's a lot of mill. You're likely not drawing that many cards, I don't think.
Yeah, you're probably not, right? Because it's kind of RNG.
Like maybe 1 or 2 cards. Yeah.
You think 1 or 2? I think you'd be lucky to draw 1 card, right?
Mill, yeah.
You need to share a card. So you basically need to mill either 2 lands or 2 creatures, technically, right?
Yeah.
And your deck also has sorceries and instants. And if you do it 3, I would say it averages out to about 1 card, I would say, right?
Yeah. Maybe about 1 card.
And then you get a lot of
1 card, and then you repeat the process.
Yeah.
So you likely do that 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, you mill 4 times, so you have 8 cards in your graveyard. And then you can flashback anything. I guess this is not like, it's not bad, because like you're still casting all your stuff, and if you build around this card, you're gonna have cheap instants and sorcerers, I hope, right?
Yeah, like a blue-red deck maybe.
Right. So what are you giving it?
It's also 1 mana cantrip in blue, the unblockable thing, I guess. I don't like it that much. I mean, I think it's pretty exciting, I guess, especially if you're casting it in a late game and you're not milling out. Like once you have a ton of mana, but I think for the most part, it's gonna be kind of awkward. I think I'll probably give it a C.
Yeah, I might give it a D. I just can't imagine you wanting, like, I don't know. You go
it's
like,
a liability
oh my god, I
for
really
sure,
want it.
right?
Yeah, I just don't really see it. If you cast 2 spells, then off the chapter 4 is really good. But then I think this is still kind of RNG. So yeah, I'm not super on this. I'll give it a D. I think I would still try and build around this, but yeah.
And this one's not a skip ahead as well, so like you have to do all of them in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of slow.
I'm giving it a D. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, for me probably like a C minus, but yeah, we're basically on the same page with this. Okay. Next card here, Enduring Curiosity, 4 mana, 4/3 flash, another flash creature. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then when Curiosity dies, if it's a creature, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control as an enchantment.
Yeah, so this is the blue one.
Well, I mean, it's pretty degen that has flash, and it's well statted for whatever reason.
Yeah, and the ability is ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Because it works on every single creature, not just like once per turn kind of thing.
Yep.
No, this is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I think this is ridiculous.
How does your
and then for
opponent
whatever
ever
reason,
attack you when you have this on the battlefield?
Yeah. Dude, Scorching Dragonfire looks like we're just one of the best cards in the set, to be honest.
Yeah, Scorching Dragonfire is insane. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is just stupid as well.
Like A+, S-, something like that.
I think this might be an S.
Would you rate
When
this
your opponent
S?
has this, how do you ever attack ever again? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
you just cannot.
I mean, the moment you get the first card, it's kind of over already, to be honest.
Yeah, if it replaces itself, because you attack and your opponent goes, oh, no blocks, because they think you have a combat trick, and you flash this in, they're dead. They lose the game. They're dead.
Yeah, and I think holding a mana in this set is already gonna be pretty good. Like, there's a lot of reasons to hold a mana.
Yeah. There's a lot of instant, what's it called, Manifest Dread, and yeah. So yeah, I'm giving this an S. What are you giving it?
Yeah. All right, I'm down for S. Yeah,
Okay.
it's also an enchantment creature, which sometimes is a downside, but I think more often than not is an upside.
I think it's up. Usually it's the upside in this set, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With a Delirium and
Alright.
Eerie, right? So it's like two things.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, and it's a Glimmer for whatever reason. It
yeah, a little bit of Glimmer value, yeah.
Yeah, it prevents that 5 mana common in black to get Menace and Death Touch or whatever.
Yeah, also some white creatures care about you having Glimmers, just a little bit, but yeah.
Okay. All right, next card here, Leyline of Transformation. 4 mana. If Leyline of Transformation is in your opening hand, you may begin it with on the battlefield. As it
Right.
enters, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to the other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Okay,
Okay,
so
well, that's an F, right?
it's like a tribal something. Did we even see anything that works with this at all?
There's no tribal stuff in this set, I don't think. Yeah,
There's,
it's just bad.
Some glimmer stuff, but not really.
Yeah, this is just bad. This is just bad.
I think it doesn't do anything at all, right?
Yeah, not in this set. So F.
Yeah. So just give us F. All right. Next card here, Overlord of the Flood Pits. I think it's one of my favorite arts that I've seen in this set. This card's ridiculous.
Squid.
Okay. 5 mana, 5/3, impending 4. So you cast for 3 mana, and then it's basically like suspend 4 time counters, and then
Yep.
and then actually wait, does it start as a creature or not?
Well, it's not a creature if you're impending, right? So it's all the it's like all the overlords.
So it starts in exile.
It starts on the battlefield as an enchantment for 4 turns, and then it becomes.
Ah,
a creature,
I see. Okay. And it has flying. Whenever Overlord enters or attacks, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Okay. What do you think about this? I mean, relatively cheap impending cost.
Yeah.
Cast on 3 and then comes down on 7, is it? Or what is it?
It comes down. Well, it casts it on 3.
Begin of your end step, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 3 counters at the end of turn, and then 2 counters at the end of 4, 1 counter at the end of 5, and then when you end your turn on turn 6, it'll become a creature.
Okay, on 6. Okay.
Yeah. It cannot attack immediately once it becomes a creature because it's in your end step. There's no way to attack on your end step, I believe, and not in this set. So
okay, yeah.
Your opponent has a chance to remove it when it becomes a creature.
You do get the ability enters or attacks. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, but you get the draw 2 cards with immediately when you impending.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like the white. It's like the white one, right? Same thing. Yeah. You always get.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a divination. It's a divination, and then you get a 5/3. Yes.
Well, it's not divination. You did discard a card. It's a catalog, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, I think
Pretty
this
good.
one is worse than the white one, obviously, because it doesn't give you any board presence. But I still think it's strong because, once again, going back to the argument of if you combine all your threats and unload them all in a single turn, you're really trying to overload your opponent's removal or stuff like that, right? So I think this does do that, right? Since it comes down to turn 6, if you click a 6-drop, like if you cast the Cycler, the 5/7 Vigilance, and this becomes a creature, then it's like super awkward for your opponent to deal with, right?
Yeah, it's a lot to deal with at once.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I like it. I think I'd give this an A, probably like A minus.
A?
Yeah, it looks good.
I think I'd still give this an S. Like maybe S minus then. Since the other S scores are better, I still think these effects are just so strong. Like
Yeah, they're really strong for sure.
you just need to craft around a good turn for yourself, and then it's just I don't know how your opponent can deal with like 2 things at once. Like, yeah, I'm still.
And it does have flying. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it does have flying. Like your opponent's not always gonna have removal.
Yeah, and
But
also, yeah, sure,
but I
it
will
dies.
say, yeah.
It dies to like any
Yeah.
deal 3 or whatever. But like I said, they deal with this, they can't deal with something else. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention as well. Like the -3/-3 in black and Scorching Dragonfire in red it looks super good in this set.
Yeah. Also, like, dude, you can just play this as a 5-mana 5/3. Like, all right, answer this or die,
you're
right?
right.
Yeah. What the heck? Hello.
Yeah, good point. All right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna move my A- to an A.
Okay,
Sounds
cool.
good.
All right, 3 more cards
I like
here
it, I
for
like it.
blue.
Okay, Marina Vandril's Grimoire, 6-mana legendary artifact. When Grimoire enters, if you cast it, draw 5 cards. Wow, you have no maximum hand size and don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Whenever you lose life, discard that many cards. Then, if you have no cards in hand, you lose the game. Okay.
So basically,
So-
your cards become your life total, right?
Yeah, your cards are your life total, but your hand is your life total as well, right? Or what?
No, yeah, that's it. Your cards, your hand.
Yeah. Okay, so whenever you gain life, you draw that many cards. So there's no life gain on this. You need to get life gain elsewhere. Whenever you lose life, so whenever an opponent attacks you, whatever, discard that many cards, then you have no cards in hand, you lose the game.
Okay. Well,
It's like a weird Lich's Mastery type thing.
yeah, but interestingly enough, if you don't have any more cards, you do lose the game still. It doesn't prevent that from happening.
Ah, you mean like if you deck out?
If you deck out, yeah, if you deck out, you still die.
Okay.
6-mana draw 5 is very strong, right?
Yeah,
That's
especially if you have a way to sacrifice this or something as well.
Yeah. If you can
right?
sacrifice it, I think it's really good. But blue doesn't really have sacrifice. I think you have to like put it into other colors. I would say, but and also most of the sacrifice are sacrifice enchantment in this set, right? You can't really sacrifice artifacts too well. I think.
I think you could play the green card that shuffles an artifact enchantment back into your deck, right?
Yeah, you
just
can do
it
that.
yourself.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah. Cause like 6-mana draw 5 is like Season of Weaving from last set, and that's pretty damn good. So,
Wait, that's kind of
yeah.
cool. Wait, hold on. Okay, so Marina with 2 of the green card that shuffles into your deck, like you can shuffle it back into your deck. You can put cards from your graveyard back into your deck as well. And then when you draw Marinas, you can technically do it again, right?
Yeah, but at that point you probably that's
I mean, that's a deck.
What is your opponent doing? Oh my god. Yeah, I think this is okay. I wouldn't say this is unplayable, because 6-mana draw 5 could literally just end the game. So yeah. What are we agreeing this?
Dude, I love this card. This might be my favorite, like one of my favorite cards we've seen in the set.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. What do I want to give this? I think I'm gonna start this off at a B though, probably.
A
but
B?
yeah.
Okay.
It's,
I
card being
think
beaten.
it should be more like a C plus.
yes, like C plus C minus.
I think
something
C
like
plus is a little bit more reasonable.
Dude, this
maybe
card is
it's
so
a B.
cool.
I don't know. Drawing 5 is so many cards. Oh my god, so
that.
many.
It is.
Yeah. So as long as you have a good board
You
state,
lose life.
like yeah, you can't really gain life in this set. I don't think, but losing life is get a little rough. I guess you don't want to discard too many. You don't want to draw 5, discard 3. That seems pretty bad. So yeah, I'll give this a C plus.
Yeah, I mean, there will be the random games that you cast it on 5 and you're praying. Sorry, you cast it on 6 and you're praying, and your opponent just hits you and kills you.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, we have 2 rooms here.
Okay, first one here, Central Elevator, 4 mana. When you unlock this door, search your library for a room card that doesn't have the same name as a room you control. Reveal it, put in your hand, then shuffle. And then Promising Stairs, 3 mana at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. You win the game if there are 8 or more different names among unlocked doors of rooms you control. Wait, what? You win the game if there are 8 or more different names among unlocked doors of rooms you control.
Yeah.
So So remind me again, Amaz. So unlocked is only the right side?
So no.
No, it's both. It's
You
both.
play either side, and then you can unlock the other one for its mana cost when it's at the battlefield. Yeah. Each room always has 2 doors. Which means that for Promising Stairs, if you have 4 unlocked, technically you have 4 all unlocked rooms. You have 8 doors, right? Or you can have like a combination of like 2 doors here, 3 unlocked rooms, and that's 8 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. It can't be that hard.
Yeah. So I think this card is good. I don't know.
I like it. I mean,
I-
a lot of the rooms that we see as well, like the red room, the 3 mana deal 4, like you just have a lot of rooms that are sort of defensive.
Yeah.
As well, so.
You remember you said you want to do a non-creature you know win con room. I think this is a good one. So like, okay, first of all, I think I would pay 3 mana for a card that says Surveil 1 at the beginning of upkeep. Right?
Okay.
So just the right side is pretty good on its own already, I think. And then this, if the 3 mana Surveil 1 comes with a draw card, right? You draw a card that says 4 mana, search your library for a room. So you get to draw 4 mana, draw a card, right? And then this is also kind of tricky because it's okay with multiples too, right? It says you search a library for a room that doesn't have the same name as a room you control. But rooms only get names when they're unlocked. So, for example, if you have Glassworks, right, the 3 mana deal 4, right, the red one.
Okay.
And you only have Glassworks unlocked on the battlefield, you can unlock the central elevator. You can get another Glassworks, because you're searching for a room that says Glassworks and whatever the right side is, right, and the room on the battlefield is only Glassworks. So this is okay with multiples too. It's not the worst.
Huh. Okay, that sounds good.
And then if you get like four different named rooms, you can also just maybe do that. I think this doesn't really come up too often. I don't think the win the game comes up too often, but I think an enchantment that surveils 1 and then gets you a tutor to get something whatever you want is pretty decent. So I'm okay with this.
I think the set has been designed pretty coolly as well, because one of the best artifact / enchantment removal cards shuffle it back into your deck, so it's like it doesn't even so like if your opponent shuffles this into your deck, like you still have that potential there in your deck, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm okay with this card. What are you getting? You're not giving.
I like it. I think I'm gonna give this card an A probably. Yeah.
You give it A? Okay, you are just.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A.
Okay. As good as these cards is, they still don't do anything like on the board.
How am I not first picking this? Like I'm first picking this over any of like the 2 drops that just instantly win you the game on turn 2.
What?
Like,
no, you are picking some of the god tier green uncommons over this, right? Remember, there's so many god tier uncommons in the set that are just it's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure in this format I'm never passing Essential.
You're not okay. You're never passing it. I think generally speaking, I will give this a C+. I think. The right side is good enough as its own, but you do need to like build around it a little bit, right? So yeah, I don't think it's like insane. Your opponent literally needs to do nothing, but you can craft the board. You can craft the deck where this is good. So I will give this a C+. Yeah. All right, next one.
And the last blue card here, it is a mythic rare. Mirror Room, which is 3 mana. When you unlock this door, create a token that's a copy of a target creature you control, except it's a reflection in addition to its other types. Okay. And then the right side is Fractured Realm. 7 mana. If a triggered ability of a permanent you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Okay, so that counts like rooms entering and stuff like that.
Yeah,
as well.
All rooms are triggered abilities. So you can either like if you do the right side first and then you do left side, you get 2 copies, right? So something like that, and then you can double Glassworks and double whatever triggers you have, yada yada.
Yeah, I feel like the right side most of the time you're not gonna unlock that unless you're getting it for free with either the Flying Hill Giant or with the white rare card.
Yeah, the Lockkeeper, the Dancers, or something like that. Yeah. Also, you can also just play a 3 mana clone side and just like sacrifice this to something, right?
Yeah.
Like a 3 mana clone that leaves behind a permanent, it's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that's the most powerful part of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think this card, I mean, like 3 mana clone. What would you rate a 3 mana clone?
I mean, it's only clones to your creatures, right? But I think clones are generally like that is like pretty like what's it called? It's pretty wild in terms of performance because your opponent obviously can remove your stuff. Sometimes you don't have a good clone target, but I think the upside here is high enough that I would be happy with it. I would start this as a B. I think this is like pretty strong.
Yeah, I think this is only a B for me.
Okay.
It doesn't go higher.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it looks
cool
like
cards,
that the white rares and mythics are a little bit more insane, I guess. And the blue,
Straightforward.
yeah, the blue ones require a little bit of work, right? Once again, with the blues.
Oh yeah, like I mean, at least the blue ones are pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of really interesting things to do here, and they don't really fit in the normal traditional decks where the white cards, yeah.
The white
You
cards,
just
yeah,
kinda
you
play
just
them
play
and-
anything. Yeah. These ones you need to like
Mhm.
do something with it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
very cool.
I
very
love
cool.
I love the magic gymnastics, you know, the magic mental gymnastics.
Yeah, it's always good. Okay, so black for some reason gets 12. Okay.
Of course,
Yeah,
classic.
freaking black is always the strong. Oh my God. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right. So first off, we have Demonic Council, 2 mana sorcery. You search your library for a demon card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Okay. If you have Delirium instead, though, you instead search your library for any card, put it in your hand, and shuffle.
Okay. What are demon cards? I mean, like.
Okay, I mean we can search this up
they're
right
just
now.
creatures, right? Yeah.
I think they're the uncommon creatures, right? Okay.
Is a 5-mana 5/5 a demon?
Okay,
it's
so
not.
yeah, so these ones. So we have the 2 uncommon demons, right? The big ones.
Oh my god, these spoilers.
Spoilers?
Dude, these cards are crazy. Okay.
Okay.
That's-
Oh, okay. So honestly though, you don't like if you play like, the mythic and the rare are kind of like I don't think you're gonna go crazy about tearing those up, right?
No.
But I think if you're playing these 2 guys, you wouldn't mind tutoring them up. Right? Because
Yeah,
Miasma
I
Demon and Valmuta yesterday we talked about it. They're pretty strong.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess the only downside of putting it into your hand is that you don't get to like to put it in your graveyard from Surveil or Manifest Dread or whatever.
Yeah, but then you can also like there's a few cards that says draw a card, discard a card, or whatever, right? So it's not like
Or discard a card.
impossible.
If you're like red black or something.
Yeah, and
maybe.
also like I don't know, if you're playing these cards, I wouldn't mind taking turn 5 off and then turn 6 play, like tutor it and then get this out, because these cards are actually like 2-for-1s or 3-for-1s or whatever you want to call it. And then obviously if you delirium, you can search for any card, which is like that's pretty damn good.
True. So it kind of scales with the game a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's interesting. Okay, you talked me into it a little bit. I mean, we're still giving this a like pretty low rating though, right?
I don't think this is gonna be that high. I would say I would give this a build around grade. Basically, you need one of those uncommon demons for this to be good. If you have 2, I think it's really good. If you have 2 of those guys, like any combination, or God forbid you have the mythic or whatever, I would give this like a build around C plus. Build around C plus, I would say.
I would say. I mean, the delirium part is actually interesting for sure.
Yeah, of course. But you need the
mean-
front side to do something. If the front side doesn't do
Yeah.
something and you draw it anytime early game, you're just effed.
Yeah, I was thinking about giving it a D, but I mean, I guess I could be talking to like C minus. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would give it a build around grade. Yeah. All right. Next up, we
Yeah,
have
good.
Come Back Wrong for 3 mana. So it's a sorcery. Destroy a creature, and then if a creature card is put into a graveyard this way, return it to battlefield under your control, and then sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So you kill something, and you get their ETBs and death triggers or whatever. Yeah.
Return the battle under your control. Sacrifice the beginning of your next end step.
Right. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it can never be bad.
It's like,
but,
okay.
like, yeah. I mean, it can never be bad, and then every once in a while you get like a great effect or something.
You get an okay effect, I would say, because it doesn't. The creature doesn't gain haste, so it's not like you
Yeah.
can kill something and then attack with it immediately, right, and get some value there. It just kind of just, oh hi, it's me again, and then I'm dead.
If you kill the 7-mana, like the 7-mana demon.
I mean,
or
okay,
just
that's
any of
like
big
the
stuff in the
dream,
format.
right? Yeah, that is obviously the dream. I think this is still. It's just a 3 mana removal with sometimes you get an upside. I think.
Yeah, sometimes upside. I
Sometimes,
mean,
yeah.
like in general and limited for me, I think people make a really big deal of like instant speed removal and stuff like that. I think usually like the difference between this and a murder is like I just don't really care
Yeah,
about
no,
instant
I
speed
think it's
that
pretty
much.
similar. Yeah. And also,
Uh-huh.
this is easier to cast than murder too, which is sometimes
Yeah,
relevant.
it's zero
yeah.
cast, splashable or whatever.
Yeah, I will give this a C plus. I think it's just a remove spell.
Plus. Yeah, I'll probably give this like a B. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Next up, we have Unstoppable Slasher. For 3 mana, you get a 2/3 Death Touch. Okay. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, they lose half their life, rounded up. Okay. And then it says, when it dies, if it has no counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with 2 stun counters on it.
Okay. So it keeps on coming back then, right?
Theoretically, it can come back forever if the stun counters go off. Your opponent needs to kill this and then kill the stun counters, or they need to exile it, right?
Uh-huh.
So
all right. So okay, so red has Scorching Dragonfire, white has an Oblivion Ring.
yeah.
It seems like you really do need like cheap exile in this format though. Like a lot of these cards are just
Sure,
a pain to deal with.
But as the card itself, this card is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This card is
3-mana, 2/3
basically
Death Touch is
must
already
be
fine.
blocked, right? Must be blocked. Because if it hits you the first time, you go from 20 to 18 to 9. So you took 11 damage. Right?
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
How's that okay?
And then 2 stun counters. So if you attack them and then they block, it comes back in 3 turns, technically.
It comes back in 3 turns, and then they deal it again, which means that they spend a removal on that. That means you kill the creature and you spend a removal. I think this is an S. Like,
and it's Death Touch that can block like a big creature later.
Yeah.
Or something.
This is an S for me. Like, this is
I think so as well. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks perfect.
Okay. Next up, we have Enduring Tenacity. For 4 mana, you get a 4/3 enchantment creature. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Okay. And it says when it dies, if it was a creature, return to battlefield as an enchantment. So same thing as the other ones. Whenever you gain life.
Because we're talking about there's not that many ways to gain life, and I mean, looking back, you being high on the 3-mana 3/3 eerie
healer,
lifelinker guy.
And then the vampire, and then the there's a combat trick that gets lifelink, stuff like that. But I think this is just kind of mostly flavor text. I don't know. It's not gonna be
it's like
deal.
it's like whatever in most decks, I think. I mean, I guess like black white, every once in a while you get like a drain in here or there, but yeah,
no,
I think
actually,
this card's still like whatever.
Yeah, black white has a couple. So there's the look at top 4 and then get a card and gain 3 life, right? That one is that Commune of Evil.
Oh,
or something?
That's true. Actually,
there's also the reanimation that gains you 3 life.
In white, yeah.
The common one, right?
Yeah, and then you have the 7-mana gold card, which drains 2.
Which drains 2. There's also the 2/2 lifelink. There's a couple.
A couple.
And also it's a 4-mana 4/3. I think it's okay.
4/3. I would probably start this off at a C, probably.
C. I would give this a B, because when it dies, you can also use the enchantment to like sacrifice the enchantment or something, right?
That's true.
Or something.
Yeah, and it might just be extra reach damage, like later.
Yeah. I think I'd give this a B. I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, cool. Next up, we have Leyline of the Void reprint, 4 mana. Once again, if you have the Leyline in the beginning of the game, you can put it on the battlefield as for free. And it says if a card will be put into a opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile instead. So your opponent never gets Delirium again, right? Unless they kill this.
Yeah.
They have no death triggers. I guess it just has to be a sideboard, right? You're never just randomly jamming this. It's a best of 3 card.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
best
this
of
card's
1 is
gonna be
F.
good against. This card's gonna be really good against the decks I draft for sure. Like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But if you play against like the Survivor deck, then this is absolute blank piece of cardboard.
Yeah. Yep.
So so F, but sideboard. Yep. I think this can come in as sideboard. Like I think sideboard is actually not bad. Like a C.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like if your opponent's playing Black Green Delirium or Reanimator, and you play this, they're like, oh. Like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Mihawk Massacre 2. It's back again. So XX black. So quad black XX says when Mihawk Massacre 2 enters, each player sacrifices X creatures. And then whenever a creature you control dies, you can pay 3 life to return it to the battlefield to the battlefield with a finale counter. And then whenever the opponent's creatures dies, they may pay 3 life. And if they don't, you get that card with a finale counter on it. Okay. So this is annoying as hell, right? Super annoying.
So is this Meat Hook Massacre 2 or Meat Hook Massacre the second?
The 2 or second. It's the sequel.
Okay.
So it is interesting, I would say, right? Because you can cast it with X equals 0 and it still
That's
does
true.
something, but at the same time it's quad black. Like, are you really casting this with 0? I don't think so. Quad black? Quad black. That's crazy. Okay. And then also, it doesn't work with tokens. So if your opponent's, if you cast X equals 1, each player sacrifices a creature. If your opponent sacrifices a token, they don't really care, right? They're not gonna pay 3 life. And then, I guess you can sacrifice a creature and pay 3 life to bring it back and trigger ETBs, but it's not like that big a deal.
I mean, it's definitely no Meat Hook Massacre, right?
No,
So,
it's not. It's not. The first one was insane.
yeah, the
alright.
first one was broken.
The second one is not as good. I'm not really crazy about this.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it either. I mean, like, if you cast it for X equals 2 for 8 mana,
Yeah.
do you even technically win the game? Like, not really,
Do
right?
you win the game? Your opponent can. Because there are some 8 mana cards that can win the game. Like, remember Overwhelming Forces in in what's it called, in OTJ? Like that literally won the game. But if I cast this for 8 mana, I don't think I would literally win the game.
I don't think so either.
Right. So
I don't think so. And it's worse if you're behind, I think, too. Like,
yeah. It's just 6 mana, kill your opponent's eating your opponent.
yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
kinda
actually
don't like it that
I'm actually
much.
off this. I'm off this.
Yeah, I kind of don't like it that much.
Okay, I'm giving it a
I would
D.
probably. Yep. I agree with D.
Okay, yeah, it's not unplayable, but it's pretty bad. All right, next up we
Yeah.
have Grievous Wound for 5 mana. You get enchantment. You enchant player. They can't gain life, and whenever enchant player is dealt damage, they lose half their life. Rounded up, so it's kind of like the unstoppable slasher kind of effect. But
Okay.
it's whenever they are dealt damage, right?
Uh-huh.
So, okay.
So
lose
I
afterlife.
am already envisioning like my terrible red black deck with 0 creatures in it with
Okay.
the with the rune that pings them for 1 every turn
Okay.
with Grievous Wound. Yeah, it's doubling the damage on that. It's broken.
Yeah, it's more than doubling, right? They lose
Oh,
half their
they
life.
lose half their life. Oh my gosh.
It's more than that.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually playable archetype, yeah.
Maybe. It still doesn't do anything by itself, so I can't give it that high grade. So I would probably give it like a Although if you play it, your opponent can't really attack you anymore again, right? It's one of those cards where, oh, it's like the cat, right? It's like, okay, I play this. Are you gonna attack me? And like in the board state where we both have creatures, are you gonna risk it? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so combat damage is all dealt at once, right?
Yes. So you can't trigger this multiple times with combat damage. That's not a thing. But I think this is not unplayable. I would give this a D as well, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, something like a D plus. I mean, even in just a creature attacking deck, it probably can be game winning, I guess. But
Sure, yeah, but it's 5 mana to do nothing at the same time, so
yeah, it's like whatever for the most part, I think.
All right, next up we have the Black Overlord, 5 mana, 5/5 enchantment creature. It's an Overlord. This one has impending 5, so it takes a bit longer, but it's only 2 mana for impending 5. And then it says when it enters or attacks, mill 4 cards. Then you may return a non-avatar creature card or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So avatars are I'm guessing they're all the overlords. So you cannot return an overlord this way. So I guess this is more for constructed because if you have 4 of these, you can't just loop them, right? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. But basically you get to mill 4 and you get to get a creature card back. You get to get a creature card or a Kaito back, or like you just get a card back. And then it becomes a creature again. So yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about
So
this?
if you suspend this on 2, then you get it on turn 4, right? You get it on turn 4,
You
and
do not
can
get it on
attack?
turn 4 because it's impending 5, right? This one you get on turn
Impending
6.
5,
Yeah. This one is a little
Turn
bit
6.
extra.
Yeah. Turn 6, okay.
Turn 6, yeah.
But it can attack on the turn it comes down, right?
No, it cannot. It's end step. Oh my god, how are you so confused on these overlords?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This is
that's
the
it.
third
Okay,
one.
okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna say this card is not bad, right? It feels your delirium. you get a creature card, and once again, you can stack a turn where turn 6 you just play something, and then you play this, and your opponent's like kind of effed again. I'm okay with this.
I mean, the fact that it costs 2 mana is already pretty broken, I think.
Yeah. And also, once again, we have to remember that we can always cast it as a 5 mana 5/5 that draws you a card. Right? So, yeah, I could be a bit scared of milling out with this. Because a 5/5 with no ability text, right? It doesn't have trample or anything, right? You could mill out. Because every time you attack, you have to mill 4.
Whenever it enters or attacks. Okay.
Yes, that's every Overlord. That's it. All the Overlords do that. Okay. I'm gonna give this. I don't think I'm not giving this an S for compared to the white and blue ones. I think I'm giving this an A.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with the A. I mean, I would have given an S without needing to mill on every attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, 4 more black ones.
Black does go long.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this one's kind of a funny one. Doomsday Excruciator. It's 6 black, as in like it's 6 black pips. Black. Yeah. Okay. It's a 6/6 flying demon. When it enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. So everybody gets 6 cards left. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card.
Wait, the draw card is bad though, right? Or
draw a card here. I mean, if you're gonna cast it, then draw a card is bad because you're gonna mill up first, right? It forces you to mill up first. But if you reanimate this, a 6/6 flyer that draws you a card every turn is pretty good.
I see. So it doesn't proc the exile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
I play reanimator decks, I always want to be able to hardcast my guys. I think not able to hardcast your guys is kind of like a yikes, right?
Okay.
You could have some like looting effects to kind of offset it a little bit, so that if you draw, you can't cast it, then you can just bin it. But like this is like 6 black, right? So you're either playing this in the mono black deck or you're playing this in a reanimator deck. There's like you're not playing this in a normal deck.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's either mono black or like your 4 or 5 colors, and then you just discard it with like a cathartic reunion or whatever that.
Right. But then here's the extra kicker, right? If you're mono black, do you even want this?
Mono black. I don't know what a mono black deck wants to look like in this format. Yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean, this card just says there's a mono black deck, right? But like, do you want to play mono black with this?
I guess it's not really.
Not really, right? It's a little dangerous.
Outside the kill spell.
It's a little dangerous, I think. So I wouldn't rate this too high. I don't think you're gonna go like, okay, I really need it. I think if you have cards that mill your opponent, so if you have the crab, then this gets kind of good because you can like exile their stuff.
Crab Doomsday Excruciator deck.
Yeah, and then you're playing 2 colors of this. Oh god. Okay, I think this is a D for me. I it's not unplayable, but it's pretty
D for Doomsday Demon.
Yeah, right? That makes sense. Yeah. Are you D for you too?
Yeah, I think I'm somewhere between like D and C minus.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Next up we have Unholy Annex Ritual Chamber. 3 mana for Unholy Annex. It says at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card. And then if you control a demon, you drain your opponent for 2. Otherwise, you lose 2 life. Okay. And then Ritual Chamber for 5 mana. When you unlock the store, you make a 6/6 demon flyer. Oh, this just seems solid, right?
Yeah.
This just seems great.
It seems pretty easy to use. Are there small demons in the
No,
format,
we already saw, right? They're the 4 demons that we saw for the reanimation. For Demonic Council. Okay. And then I guess this makes a demon by itself too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
5 mana for a 6/6 flying. But... Yeah, I mean it's 5 mana 6/6 flying is not really that good anymore in modern day Magic, but at the same time it's still very chunky. And then you don't have to attack with the 6/6. Like the 6 demon can just like get chump blocked, and then you unlock the left side and you drain your opponent for 2 as long as they can't kill the demon. And God forbid they do, you still draw a card, right? You can still find a way to win the game. I'm okay with this. I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think you do want life gain and or just like really cheap interactive stuff. So that's gonna be like red black or black white.
Right, right, right. But at the same time, even you don't have to even take the left room into consideration, right? You can just go like, oh, this is a 5-mana 6/6 flying that leaves behind a permanent for you to sacrifice the other stuff. So
I mean,
the
you can't lose some
flexibility is
games
high.
if you're. Yeah, you can lose a game if your opponent's too aggressive, though, right? Like if you're in the draw with this or something.
What do you mean? You can also just never unlock the left side. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Wait. What do you mean never unlock the left side? Oh, you mean. Wait. You can just play the right side.
Oh my God, Deathsie! Okay, Deathsie is new to the set, guys. You guys have to give him a little bit of a. You guys have to give him a little bit of a break, but rooms you can unlock any side, Deathsie. That's the whole point. What the heck?
I see. Okay. It only took me until the end of the set review to realize.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. At least you got there. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Much better. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Much better.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I like this. I would give this a B. I think this is.
Yeah. At least a B. At least a B.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Okay, in chat, Sir Gloomy says you can even lock and reopen a door. You can only do that with a key, right?
There's only the key, and there's also a mythic that does that. There's a rare that does that, but yeah,
Okay,
not often. You can bounce this back with like the get out. Remember, there's an enchantment card that bounces to enchantments and stuff. Sure, but yeah.
Dude, I would have flipped out if you told me right now that you can pay the mana cost to relock the room.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, you can't do that. You can do that, Deathsie. But yeah.
Okay.
No, okay, you can. Okay, damn it, he didn't fall for that one. Okay. Next up, we have. All right. Next up, we have Valgavoth, Terror Eater. So 9 mana, 6 black. Okay. 9/9. Flying lifelink. That's huge. Ward, sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. Okay, your opponent's losing everything. And then it says if a card you didn't control will be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it. Okay, so your opponent's cards just get exiled. And then it says during your turn, you may play cards exiled with Valgavoth. And if you cast a spell this way, you pay life equal to its mana value instead of paying its mana cost. So it says basically whenever your opponent has a card that goes to the graveyard, you steal it and you can play it for life equal to its mana value.
Whoa, Gristlebrand, is that you?
And it's also a 9/9 flying lifelink.
I mean, this is hands down the best reanimator target in the set, right?
Well, yeah, I would hope so. But how likely is it that you're casting this?
I mean, if you get it early, like you're gonna go out of your way to like find mana stuff.
Yeah, but then you need like mana rocks, and you need to be green for the ramp card, and
yeah.
Not crazy about the front side, right? The backside being the reanimator, right?
I mean, it does stabilize pretty well because
I would hope so.
I mean, usually when it comes down, like I mean, you say that, but what was that one set? Was it? No, it wasn't Marching Machine. There was some set with a 6-mana Niv Mizzet or the 5-mana Niv Mizzet as a 6/6 or something.
Yeah.
And like that card instantly got removed every single time I played it.
Yeah,
like,
sure, but this one's a little bit more. Yes, Ward sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. Like that's.
Yeah, exactly. Like this sticks around usually. It sticks around. Like it's kind of immortal, isn't it?
I don't know if I want to like this. I don't think I like this card. That's my initial thinking. Yeah. I don't think I like this unless you're like really deep into the reanimator. Like you have everything. You have like the surveils and the discard outlets, and you have 2 or 3 reanimation spells, right? Then I can see it. But otherwise, I don't think this is that good. Like compared to the uncommon ones, I can foresee myself casting the 6 mana and 7 mana ones a little bit easier. But 9 is like 9, right? 9 is a lot in Magic. Holy shit. So
a lot of Magic.
I want to give this like just a build around. I mean, I guess it's good at the battlefield. I'll give this like a build on B.
Yeah, I think B would just be my normal rating for it, and then it'd be like build around A. You're
not casting this for 9. There's no way. You're not casting this for 9. I don't know, man. It just...
I'm already envisioning my 5-color Cathartic Reunion decks.
Okay,
so
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I like it.
Finally, we have a mythic room. Funeral Room, Awakening Hall. Funeral Room is 3 mana. When a creature you control dies, you drain your opponent for 1. And then Awakening Hall is 8 mana. When you unlock this door, return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, we did it. We can play Valgafoth now.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
So the front side is kind of shit, right? Whenever a creature you control dies, you drain your opponent for 1.
It's pretty good still. Like I like those sort of effects in Magic. I think that like those effects often play out really well.
I know, but like it doesn't give you anything on the board.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a 1/1 or something.
Yeah, because like the other one does, right? Like what's it, Bastion of Remembrance?
Yep.
The right side just wins the game, though. See, the right side in this card wins the game. The front side in this card, the Valgafoth, is like does not win you the game. So you know what? I'm actually okay with Funeral Room. It's a little slow though, because the right side does win you the game. I would hope.
I like the Funeral Room Awakening Hall card because like you can just build your entire deck around it.
Well, yeah, you just need to what, like put creatures in your deck? What?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to build around it. Like I don't know, you get some Manifest Dread or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll give this also a build around. Like you need to want to get to turn 8, right? You can't just like jam this in any deck and expect it to be good.
Yeah,
I would say I would give this a build on B as well. Maybe build on B plus. Maybe build on A. Never mind. I'll give it a build on A. It's really strong. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I was considering if I want to give this to S.
Okay, I mean you can give this S if you want.
Yeah, I was wondering if I give this S. Like, I think A plus sounds good too, though. But yeah.
Okay. Also, if you unlock that Awakening Hall for free with one of those free stuff.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that kind of broken?
Well, that's giga broken.
Yeah, because like this is.
I mean, that's like the most broken thing ever.
Yeah, that's giga broken. Because like this is one of those doors that are like so expensive on the right side, right? I don't think. Have you seen the 8 mana one yet? No. The most we've seen is like 6.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
Yeah. All right. I like builder on A. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Let's go.
Okay. Cool. And that is black. Perfect. Okay, we're halfway done.
Right.
That easy, just super easy. All right, you are gonna do the red ones. There are 11. So yeah, just black with 12.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Dude, the cards we've seen are pretty cool though. Like, pretty exciting for.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, some good guys.
All right. Classic Magic the Gathering Lord Chainsaw.
Yes.
2 mana. When Chainsaw enters, it deals 3 damage up to 1 target creature. Whenever one of our creatures die, put a rev counter on Chainsaw. And then a creature gets plus X plus O, where X is the number of rev counters on Chainsaw, and it costs 3 mana to equip. Okay. So you get a burn spell.
Right.
You kill one of their dudes. And then it's any creature, so yours or theirs, and then it gets a rev counter.
Yeah.
I mean, what's there not to like? I guess like
yeah, exactly.
What's there not to like? Like,
because like this just works throughout the whole game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think.
What do you want to give this?
I kind of want to give this an S.
Yeah, I was thinking like A plus, some of that, like A plus S.
I think S is like reserved for the best of the best, and this is the best of the best, right? Because like 2 mana deal 3 is great, and then you're playing a game of Magic where creatures are gonna trade, right? Like either your creature's gonna die, your opponent's creature's gonna die. So then once this gets up to a reasonable like 3 or 4, and you equip it, what, your opponent's not gonna block, and if they block, this gets bigger again. This is ridiculous.
That's a good point, actually.
This is just like ridiculous, and God forbid you put this on the fly or lifelinker, and then they're like super dead.
Yeah, and then they can't do anything. That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah, you convinced me. I think I was gonna give it A plus to start.
Okay,
I like it.
Okay.
All right, next card here, FOMO. 2 mana, enchantment creature. It's a nightmare. 2 mana 2/3. When FOMO enters, discard a card, then draw a card. Has Delirium. Whenever it attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 more card types, summon cards in your graveyard, untap target creature. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Okay. How do you feel about this one? I mean, it's well statted. 2 mana 2/3. Has a good ability, Rummage, which also works with Reanimator stuff or Delirium stuff. And then also, if you have Delirium, you can attack, and then you get extra combat step, right?
You get extra combat step for that creature, right? Unless you have vigilance stuff, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tap target creature as opposed to tap all creatures.
Yeah, yeah. This is just super solid. I don't know. Good body,
Solid.
good ability. The delirium is like kind of like I think it's just like a small bonus ish kind of thing,
Mhm.
but it's also like an enchantment creature. So I don't
Yeah,
know. This just can't be bad. And also, if you have no cards, you draw a card. So
I think this is like a cool card for constructed, honestly. Like
yeah. It's definitely
super-
constructed seeding. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just like super clean card that makes games play out super well.
I think in limited, you're just you're still super happy with a 2/3 looter, like a rummager one time. Like you're still very happy.
Yep.
So I want to give this an A.
Yeah, I think like A- for me. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
Okay, next card here, Razorkin Needlehead, double red 2/2. Razorkin Needlehead has first strike during your turn, and then when an opponent draws a card, Needlehead deals 1 damage to them. So that counts their draw step for turn as well.
That does count the draw step, yeah.
Okay. So I mean double red, but I think I think it's a strong enough unit to warrant double red for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little bit annoying. I mean, I like it. I don't think it's broken or anything. What do you think?
I don't think it's broken. A hard casting cost. It's just a 2/2 that, like, imagine one of those pingers, right? What's it called? Like, what's the last pinger that we had? Oh my god, the lizard otter thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like otter catapult or
Auto
something.
yeah, that card, whatever. It's kind of just like that, but as a 2-drop, and it's a 2/2 and the first strike instead on your turn. I mean, that card's just fine. I'm not crazy about it. Yeah. I think I'll just give this one. I just want to give this a C. It's fine. Like,
yeah, like C plus B minus range, like it's like something like that. Probably in the C range, honestly. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, because you're not gonna you're not gonna prioritize the pingers, the only go face that highly, right? It's like they're fine, but they're not like oh my god, right? So this is just a little bit better version of that. So yeah.
I mean, I guess it'll be very good against certain archetypes as well.
Maybe.
Or better against certain archetypes. All right, next card here, Screaming Nemesis. Dude, the art is sick.
Yeah.
3 mana, 3/3 haste. Whenever Screaming Nemesis is dealt damage, it deals so much damage to any other target. If a player is dealt damage this way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. All right, so Boros Reckoner type card.
Yeah.
And it has haste, and it's easy to cast, and they get cursed for the rest of the game that they can't gain life. That is kind of a degenerate card, honestly.
Yeah, that seems like a lot. I don't think you're actually gonna curse them that much, right? You're just gonna, attack with this, and then they block it for 3/3, and then you're gonna shoot the other 2/2 or whatever, right? And get a clean 2-for-1. I don't think that you're gonna want to hit their face too much, but funny enough, if they're at a low life total, you can go like, okay, I'll deal 6 damage to this. The 5 mana deals 6, and then they take 6.
Yep.
So there is some reach over there, but at the front side is already really good. I'm pretty happy with this. I think.
Yeah, like this card has constructed potential in like older formats as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
But for limited, what are you giving it?
Gonna be valuable. For limited,
It's a limited start reveal, Deathsie.
True. I would probably just give it like an A minus. I think it's still solid.
Okay,
yeah.
I think I'll give it an A. I think it's just good. Yeah. It's nice.
Looks good. Okay, next card here, Roller Crusher Ride. X2 and a red. It's a legendary enchantment. It's Delirium. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player while there are 4 more cards up in your graveyard, it deals double the damage instead. Okay, and then when the Roller Crusher Ride enters, it deals X damage to each of X target creatures. Okay,
great.
so if you pay like 2 mana, X equals 2, that's gonna be 5 mana, deals 2 damage to 2 creatures.
Right.
6 mana, that's gonna deal 3 damage to 3 creatures.
Yeah, so yeah, and it scales up. But if you have Delirium, it also counts this, right? So it doubles it.
That's true, yeah. What do you think about this one?
So I never want to cast it as X equals 1, do I? I guess you could if you want to just have the effect of the Delirium. But At 6 mana, this is insane. Deal 3 to 3
Yeah.
things. That's pretty
Yeah.
damn good.
That's a good card.
It's really good. And then 4 mana deal 4. I mean, you can realistically cast 7. I think 7 is like pretty fine, right? 4 deal 4 is insane. Right? I think anything above 4 deal 4 is kind of the same, I would say. But 4 deal 4 is a lot.
So it's cool because the X ability on this, it can only target creatures, but the delirium aspect of it, it does double damage on their face. So
It double damage to all their stuff, basically. Yeah. But
yeah.
only non-combat damage. So no.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a non-combat. Okay,
yeah,
okay, it's non-combat damage. Okay.
It's still good.
So you can't just wipe their board and like attack
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, it's still good. I like it, and it's splashable. So like.
Super splashable actually. It's only single red. You're right. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, does this warrant an S though? Strong, like probably A+ or something for me.
Really?
I think.
I would give this an S. I think. It's
Is it
basically
S, you
Plague
think?
Win. Like, how is it not Plague Win? 4 mana. It's 7 mana. You remove your opponent's board.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not that flexible. I guess is the only downside. I don't like.
But does it need to be? Just treat it as like a 7 mana win the game. Right? This wins the game.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't need to be. That's true.
Yeah, this wins the game. Oh, like 6 mana wins the game, right? I mean, dealing 3 to 3, and if you have Delirium, it deals 6 damage to 3 targets. That they're dead. They're so dead. No, I would think this is an S. Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, so my last concern is that if I'm playing red, like, I am probably going to be killing things, like, as the game goes on anyways. So, like, maybe at some point Roller Coaster Ride is, like, just kind of whatever. But, yeah, I guess, like, it can bring you back from a board state where other cards really can't either.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just basically says, do you have a lot of mana? And if so... you either win the game of your head or you get to play the game if you're behind, right? Like,
yeah, and as you mentioned, 7 mana is not that much, I think. For
and also,
so
I mean,
like
7 is crazy. Like 6 is good. This is a good card. 6 deal 3 to 3 things.
Yep,
that's a good card. So yeah, all right.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, sounds good. All right, next card here, Curse Recording, 4 mana artifact. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a time counter on Curse Recording. Then if there's 7 or more time counters on it, remove those counters and it deals 20 damage to you.
Great.
Okay.
Fantastic.
It has a tap ability when you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Well, that's some weird wording. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So this is a reference to probably the scariest movie I've ever watched in my life, and it still scares me to this day. The Ring. So 7 days, right?
Yeah.
You have 7 days, 7 time counters to remove, and then after that you die.
You die. I mean, you probably don't have more than 20 life. I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right. So, but then before that, you get to double all your instant sorceries, albeit like once per turn, kind of thing, right? But then if you do want to cast 2 spells a turn, then the second one will not get copied, and you still get a counter on it.
Yes.
So
whenever you cast instant, I see.
Yeah, so you have to want to basically spread out your instants and sorceries.
Are there like mill instant sorceries in the format? Not really.
No,
right?
they're all
like we have the crab.
Based. Yeah. It's also 4 mana to do nothing at the turn you play it.
Yeah. And also this format, like a lot of your cards are gonna be like rooms and stuff. So like instant sorceries are like your deck's not gonna have that critical mass instant sorceries as usual. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a powerful card actually.
It's a what?
I'm not like I do think it's a powerful card. I'm not convinced of it in this format though.
Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of mid on it too. I think I would give it a D.
Yeah. Also, I'm scared as hell of the Ring Girl. Like, I'm probably never putting this in my deck.
Okay.
Like, there's no way I'm touching that, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Destiny needs to do the flavor win too, you know.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it's terrifying. All right, next card here, Enduring Courage, 4 mana, 3/3. It's a Dog Glimmer. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. When Enduring Courage dies, if there's a creature returned to the battlefield under control as an enchantment.
This is ridiculous, right?
Pretty degenerate.
Wait,
Yeah.
this is degenerate. That's degenerate.
I mean,
What?
I mean the thing is that, I mean the card itself is lackluster compared to other ones.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
true.
Like
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Yeah, but then the ability is, yeah, you have to deal with it. If you play like the 3 make tokens thing, then
Oh, they're
you probably
dead.
just win the game.
They're super dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably just win the
This,
game.
this is ridiculous. Cause like the thing is when if your opponent kills it, like if it gets killed, this comes back and then you get it's even better. It's actually even better.
Uh-huh.
Right? I think the backside is like, oh my goodness, right? Like, how does your opponent ever attack you ever again? I'm pretty happy with this card. I don't know. It seems insane.
What rating would you like to give this? Like, for me, I'm still between like probably B or A. Though.
I think it's
Like,
A
it's not S for me.
minimum for me. I was thinking about whether to give this
Okay.
an S, cause like this just changes the game completely, right? Once again, it just completely changes the game when this comes down. It's like the cat, right? The cat is like, okay, I play this, and then can you ever attack me again? So this is like the same thing, but in red version. So I'll give this an A.
Yeah. I mean, red is an interesting color for me so far because like you don't have to just play it like all creatures either. So
Yeah, but with this you want to.
yeah, with this one you want to. So, all right, okay, yeah, I get behind A. All right, and then the next card here, Leyline of Resonance.
Yeah.
4 mana. If Leyline of Resonance is in your open hand, you begin on the battlefield. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell that targets only a single creature you control, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, so it's only creature you control. So you want to do like cantrip stuff, which we saw like the 1 mana blue one.
Yep.
But outside of that, like I don't think I saw that many interesting things to target.
No, not really. It's like some combat tricks, some give first strike +1 attack, and lifelink or whatever. Yeah, this is just not playable, right?
Yeah, probably just an F. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give this an F as well. All right, 3 more here.
All right. Okay. Waltz of Rage, 5 mana sorcery. Target creature control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. Okay. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control dies, exile top card of your library, you may play it until the end of your next turn. Okay, so red board wipe. That it's like super shadow flame or what?
Yeah. Super shout. The creature lives. Yeah.
The creature lives, and then but it also deals damage to your other units as well if you have.
Yeah, but then if your creatures died, they get to cash in for like an impulse draw.
Yeah, impulse draw, and again, it's the end of your next turn, so you have a whole
like
turns
really
of
good
mana.
impulse draw, yeah.
Okay, I mean the awkward thing about this card is that it targets your creature, right?
Okay.
And then it could get fizzled.
Yeah,
I guess is the awkward part.
Yeah, for sure. But the effect is so powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful. I mean, you can also like craft the game around it as well if you like just kind of slow roll your board a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, this card does just auto win too many games, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So what are you grading it?
A or S.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give this an S.
Okay.
It just wins the game, right? Like it's like, okay, can you do this? No. Oh, you're dead. Oh wait, you lose all your things. Okay, you're dead. Okay. This is an S.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not even close.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Next card here, Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. 6 mana, 5/5, impending 4, and it costs 4 mana.
Yeah.
And then whenever Overlord enters or attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target. Okay. I mean, this is the best one we've seen, you think?
No, I think the white one's the best one. Because the white one is like it doesn't matter what board state it is, you always play it. This one, it does require like your opponent to have something, right? I don't know.
What does the white one do again?
The white one is make 2 flyers. Make 2/2/1 flyers.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it's still really good.
Yeah, this was a clear S for me for sure. Like,
Yeah.
you always play it.
Yeah. I would just S on this too. Like a 6 mana 5/5 that deals 4 damage whenever it enters or attacks is like that's kind of broken already. So yeah. All right, and then finally we have a room.
All right. Charred Foyer. 4 mana at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library you may play at this turn.
Okay.
And then Warp Space, 6 mana. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast from exile. Okay. So the right side, kind of expensive for sure. I mean, like the left side is gonna be the best part about it. I
Yeah,
suppose.
of course. You're always playing the left side first, right? Pretty much. I can't imagine a limited game where you go like, I'm gonna play the right side first, right? Like what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean these effects are generally like really good. It's just draw 2 cards every turn. So yeah.
This turn. Pretty solid. I mean, I think it's just like I think it's just like A- or something for me.
I would just give this S. I think this is just
okay.
These cards just usually overperform so well. Like if your opponent can't deal with this, they just slowly die. Like you have to get super unlucky, and then if you have nothing to do, it's like, oh, okay, I'll just unlock it, and then and then you get a free card every turn, right? Yeah, it could be a land. But then you're still drawing 2 a turn. So,
play it. True. And this does let you play lands as well, so it's pretty good.
Yeah. So just S.
Yeah.
Okay. Onwards to green cards now. Green has 12 as well. Oh my god, we're playing favorites. Oh my god.
Wait, how many did black have?
Black at 12, green at 12, every other color at 11. It's very weird. But all right, let's look at some green cards. First one. Valgafal's Onslaught, XX green. Manifest Dread X times, and then put X counters on each of those creatures. So if X is 1, it's just 3 mana. Right? 3 mana Manifest Dread and get a counter. And then for 5 mana, you manifest this 2 times and get 2 counters on each of them, and so on.
So X equals so for 5 mana you get 2 4/4s.
2 4/4s, yeah. And then for 7 mana you get 3 what's it called? 3 5/5s? Yeah.
Yeah, 3 5/5s. Okay.
Okay, 3 5 5. Wait, isn't that broke? Isn't that broke?
I mean, the floor on it is like super low too, right? So
5 mana for 2 4/4s is insane.
Yeah, and it's already 3 mana for a 3/3. So
you never, if I have this guy, I'm never casting for 3 mana, right? Like, what?
I mean,
come on, man.
You're not gonna pass turn 3, are you?
Yeah, I will. I'm passing turn 3 for this. Are you kidding me? 5 mana for 2 4/4s. 5 mana for 2 4/4s. And you want to make a 3 mana 3/3?
I mean, if you have other cards already, I would definitely cast it for 3 mana.
No, I'm never casting this for 3. I'm never. That's ridiculous.
Okay. All right, chat. Clip it and ship it if Amaz ever casts it for 3.
There's no way. Okay, if you cast a 5 mana 2 4/4s, you're winning that game, right? You're winning the game. You cast it with 7 mana, the game is over.
I mean that's the power of the card, right?
The game is over.
You have the option to.
Yeah. No. Yeah, sure. You can option. You if you really need to. If you're against aggro, you can.
Yeah.
But this is S, I think.
Yeah, I like it as S.
Okay.
As well.
Next, Twitching Doll, 2 mana 2/2 artifact creature. Says add a mana of any color and then put a nest counter on it, and then sacrifice this and then create a 2/2 spider with reach for each counter on this, and then activate only as a sorcery.
I mean, this card makes no sense. Right?
I mean, it doesn't make sense. This is insane.
Yeah, the card makes no sense. Actually.
It's a mana dork that turns into a bunch of spiders at the late game. Like, what?
Dude. Okay, so I don't know if it'll happen in this format, but like there are a lot of formats where certain decks, I have like 0 removal spells. Like, I don't know.
Okay, and then you're just dead. Yeah.
So just auto lose to this.
Okay, this is S.
Yep, I like it as S as well.
Okay. Next up, Enduring Vitality. So it's the Enduring Cycle. 3 mana 3/3. This one. S Vigilance. It says creatures you control add 1 mana of any color. For tap. Okay. So you just tap them, and then when it dies, returns to as an enchantment. So 3/3 Vigilance turns all your creatures into mana dorks, including this one, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
This card's super cool. This card's so cool, man.
Isn't that also insane? What? That's insane.
We didn't see that many cards in the format that just made like random tokens, right? Like
no, we saw the 3 mana 2/2.
Like that.
The 3 mana 2/2 makes a 1/1 glimmer, right?
Oh, you can also play the 4-mana Boros spell,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
in
you
a
could have
non-aggressive
Boros
deck.
on yeah yeah, sure, but there's enough random stuff, and you're playing
Yeah, I
Manifest Straight.
like
You're
it.
gonna have creatures. This is insane. I don't know. Yeah, also Pro Survivor, right? Automatically.
True, true. I like it. I mean, it's a probably solid A for me.
Yeah, I think this one's A. It's not as crazy as the other ones. I
Yeah,
think it
I,
is just solid. All right, next one we have
yeah, I love it
Hotwood
though.
Shrieker, 3 mana, 3/3. When it attacks, Manifest Dread. Okay, and then for 2 mana, you can reveal a face down permanent, and if it's a creature card, you can turn it face up.
That I think that's nonsense.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's broken, right?
yeah, that's broken.
It's broken.
That's probably just an S. S for Shrieker.
I mean, I think it's just S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you like manifest Valgavoth, and it's like, okay, I'll turn it face up for 2 mana. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
it doesn't even have to be Vagavoth. It's just like any
Anything.
mid-sized creature, just like anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
anything.
sure.
It doesn't matter.
Anything. Yeah, okay, ridiculous. Okay, next, Omnivorous Flytrap, 3 mana, 2/4, Delirium. When this enters or attacks, if you have Delirium, put 2 counters on 1 or 2 creatures, on 1 or 2 target creatures you control. So, yeah, you distribute. Okay. So you get 2+1/+1 counters. And then if there are 6 or more types, so Super Delirium, you double
Okay.
the number of counters on those creatures.
Okay.
So this one requires a little bit of build around at least. So it's not like just
Wait,
ridiculous.
so you don't get anything if there's no Delirium yet.
Yeah, you don't do anything. Yeah. But if you have Delirium, it's a 2/4 that puts 2 counters on some things. And then if you have all the types, right? If you have all 6 types, which is so land creature, right? Land creature is like what you have on the battlefield. There's instant sorceries, right? As the spells, and then there's artifact enchantment for the other types. So that's 6. So if you collect them all, you get to double counters, which is like not insane, I would say. I think the Delirium part is really good. I think doubling
Yeah.
the stuff is like kind of gravy at that point. Like it's like, okay, sure,
Yeah.
why not? I
Probably
think this
just
is
give
okay. I think I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy with this.
I'd probably just give it like A minus. Something
I would
like
give it
that.
a B. I think there's some work to do, you know.
Yeah,
But
there
it's
is
still a
work
good
to do,
card.
but I mean, like, yeah, the moment it attacks, you can make it a 4/6. Like that's already pretty good.
Yeah. I'm happy with B. It's a good B. Is still a good card, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
No, for
Anyways,
sure.
next one we have Tyvar the Pummeler, 3 mana, 3/3. It has an ability. It says tap another untapped creature you control, and this gets indestructible until end of turn and tap it. Okay. And
That's
then
gross.
for 5 mana, creatures you control get +X/+6. Where X is the creature greatest power among creatures you control. So it's a board pump.
Okay. Man, it's pretty hard to beat.
I mean, this is also insane, right?
Yeah, it's hard to beat. Like the fact
Yeah.
that the ability is just instant speed. Yeah, it's just
You need to kill every other creature before you kill this, pretty much. Or you need like an
yeah,
exile effect.
or you need to kill it twice. Like you need to try to kill it on their turn and then untap kill it again or something.
Oh, I don't think you're ever doing that. I think if you have a move,
Tap
so you're
another
killing the
tap
other stuff,
creature.
right?
Oh, if they have 2 things, then it doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay,
just want to
yeah.
kill the other stuff, because then otherwise it also threatens to pump everything else. But there
Yeah,
are
'cause the
good
thing-
exile effects at least, right? There's exile effects. There's a
Mhm.
claustrophobia in blue. So, oh my god, if you claustrophobia, this is terrible, right? The 5 mana ability is still there.
Oh yeah.
I would give
Yeah,
Tyvar
it
an
makes
A.
it a toy, right?
Sorry, what?
There's the Frogify card too.
Oh, the
right?
Frogify is good. It removes all
Frogify.
abilities, so that one's good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I would give Tyvar an A. I think it's
Yeah,
solid.
like
Yeah.
A plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very good.
Okay.
Game ending ability.
Next up, we have Head Shredder. 4 mana, 5/5 artifact vehicle. Says whenever it attacks, you may mill 2 cards. Whenever one or more land cards are put in your graveyard from your library, put them onto the battlefield tapped instead. And it also accrues for 1. So.
Dude, kind of good, man.
That's kind of good, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of good? Just
Like, if
gets
you
you all
hit-
the lands.
Yeah, if you hit 2 lands, you probably auto win. Let's see. Whenever one of more lands. Yeah, and then
If you manifest
it's
Dread.
cool as well.
Yeah.
If you manifest dread or you do like the mill for or whatever.
Yeah. And if you ever want to just proc a survivor ability, you can as well.
Yeah, it's kind of degenerate actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a good package going for it. Yeah.
And it's only crew 1.
Yeah, it's only
For
crew 1 for a
whatever reason.
5/5. Yeah, that's a very low crew number. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. All right. I think I would just give this an A though.
I
But,
give this an A still. Yeah, it's not the most degenerate stuff. Yeah. All right, next up we have
but you can build a whole deck around it though. Like,
you don't need to build a deck around this. You just need to play this. I don't know. It looks like a build around, and then you feel like a genius when you, oh my god, I'm doing thing, but you're just playing a limited deck. Like, it's a good job, man. All right, next up we have Kona, Rescue Beastie, 4 mana, 4/3, Survivor ability. So if Kona Rescue Beastie is tapped at the beginning of your second main phase, you can put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So you cheat something into play.
Okay. So black green, there's a lot of big stuff to cheat in.
Right.
You can attack with it.
And this cannot be bad, right?
Yeah, I mean it like increases the value of those cards that like just fetch a permanent or dig for permanent.
Sure, yeah. But I think this card just cannot be bad because if your opponent plays this, you're gonna want to kill it.
Yeah, the only thing is that cards like this in the past have been kind of hit or miss, I suppose, for whatever reason. But
sure.
I like it.
This one is a 4/3. If it has no abilities, it's still like a good vanilla creature.
Yeah, that's true. Like in the past, they're like 3/3s or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I think this.
I like it.
Yeah.
like it.
I would give it an A.
Yeah, probably just A
Okay.
minus.
And Noyak gives a good point in chat. There is the Terramorphic Expanse for Head Shredder, which is actually degenerate.
Okay.
So you basically get a land every turn, right? With the Terramorphic?
I mean, yeah, or I mean, like what I'm thinking about is like more degenerate than Terramorpher for Head Shredder would just be like milling yourself somehow, or like putting a bunch of cards in your graveyard at once.
Yeah, no, of course, like with Manifest Shred or whatever, but
yeah, or like looting.
It working with Terramorphic Expanse is kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's another. I still think these both are A's. So yeah. All right, next up, Leyline and Mutation. 4 mana for a Leyline enchantment. If this is open hand, you can bring it on the battlefield. You can pay Rainbow, so Wooburg, rather than pay this mana cost of spells that you cast. Okay, so that's F. S for suck it. No, this is obviously unplayable. Okay, Balustrade Worm.
That's a bucket list card. It's a bucket list.
Bucket list. Okay, Balustrade Worm. It's a 5 mana 5/5 with can't be countered. Trample Haste, and then Delirium for 4 mana. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with Finale counter on it. Okay, isn't this just broken?
Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with Finale counter. Actively. Okay.
Yeah, it's broken.
5 mana Trample Haste, Delirium. It's strong. Yeah.
It's a 5/5 that comes back as a 4 mana 5/5. If you mill it, you get a free 4 mana 5/5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, this is ridiculous, right?
Is it S ridiculous?
I think it might be S here. It's a 5/5 Trample Haste. That makes a 5/5 Trample Haste. That has to be insane.
I mean, we just had one in red in Bloomburrow.
Which is what?
But that
one doesn't draw you a 5/5 haste when it dies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this one comes back. It's nice.
This is S. Yeah. What do you think? You think it's A?
It's either A plus or S. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have Overlord of the Hauntwoods. 5 mana, 6/5. Overlord, right? So impending 4, for 3 mana, and then it says when it enters or attacks, create a tapped colorless land token named everywhere that is every basic land type. So yeah, once again, you are so you're ramping at 3, or you can just play as is 5 mana 6/5, make a land. I think this is broken. This is also broken. Like the body is so big, and it fixes your mana, right? It fixes your mana for everything. Because even 2 color decks, sometimes you don't have the right. You didn't draw the second color, right? So it is something. And then once again, on the turn it comes out, your opponent's just effed.
I think it's super strong. Yeah, I don't know if it's like broken. You think it's broken?
I think it's broken. Ramp spell should not give you a creature, but this one does, right?
Yeah, true.
It also compares to the other one, right? There's a common room that ramps you, and then there's a 6 mana 5/5 Manifest Dread, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but this one you don't need to pay the 6 mana.
Yeah, you don't need to pay for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's broken.
It's super good in 3, and then I think outside of 3 though, like it's just very solid. But yeah,
Yeah, because
I
wait,
think on 3
okay,
it's broken.
you never casted this on turn 4, right? Because then you just cast this on turn 5.
Yeah.
So you either cast it on 3 exactly, or then you just play as a 6/5, a 5 mana 6/5 that gets you a land. Like I think that's
Yeah,
broken.
like I think 5 mana 6/5 that gets you a land is super solid.
Yeah.
But I think the 3 mana the 3 mana impending is broken. So that's kind of my qualms with the card. But yeah, it's still
Okay.
super good.
I think both are broken. I'll give this an S.
I'm done for S. I'm done for S.
This is just an S. It doesn't feel like an S. It's like super. It's not really flashy to get a land, but this card is just insane. I don't know what to say. It's just insane. All right, next up, for the last green card, we have Walk-in Closet, Forgotten Cellar. So Walk-in Closet is 3 mana. You may play lands from your graveyard. Okay. And then for 5 mana, Forgotten Cellar, when you unlock this door, you can cast spells from your graveyard this turn. And then if a card will be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile it instead. So you can't like loop it, right? You can't go like super loop. I don't think Crucible of Worlds is especially playable in limited, even if you have like a Terramorphic Expanse kind of thing. It just doesn't really do anything. And the 5 mana one, what is happening here? Like you have to pay 5 mana as a kicker to flashback anything. Like that's so expensive.
Yeah, and it's only for this turn. That's like super weird to be honest.
Yeah. I really don't like giving Fs to cards. Like Fs, they literally have to do nothing. But I think this is do nothing. This is literally do nothing.
Yeah, like I like the card, but man, it just is so clunky. It's so expensive.
I don't think you even like that card because if you do like the 5-color degenerate shit, like this is not good.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna give this an F.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like there's much better ways to get card advantage. I think.
Yeah. All right. So we have colors and then multicolor. So I guess you can do the I guess colors is not a lot. So I guess you can go ahead here.
Okay. All right.
So we have a cycle.
So. Yeah, okay. Oh, actually, this land we didn't see yesterday. Valgavoth's Lair.
Well, it's a rare, so that's why you can't see it. You didn't see it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's an enchantment land, has hexproof, enters tapped, as the enters choose a color, tap, add 1 mana of the chosen color, right? So the cool thing about that is that it's an enchantment land, I guess, but I don't think that's what we're looking for at all.
Right. I mean, what is this? Uncharted Haven or something in Bloomborough? Like it's always fine. You always play it. So then it gets a little bit of upside with being enchantment, trigger eerie stuff. It's fine. It's whatever.
I didn't always play it.
What?
I didn't always play it.
You don't always play it? I think you always play it.
Nah.
Oh, interesting. Well, I think this is just like fine. C+, I guess.
All right. Okay. First artifact here, Ghost Vacuum. 1 mana. Artifact, tap, exile target card from a graveyard. Okay, that's gonna be really good against me. 6 mana, tap, sacrifice Ghost Vacuum. Put each creature card exiled with Ghost Vacuum onto the battlefield under your control with a flying counter on it. Each of them is a 1/1 spirit in addition to other types active only as a sorcery. Okay, well that sounds pretty busted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exile target card from a graveyard. So it's cheap, costs 1 mana. It has a good ability that plays around like a lot of degenerate stuff in the format.
Right.
And then 6 mana, you sack it, and then you get those creature cards as 1/1. So like you still get the abilities of them as well.
Yeah, ETBs and everything. Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. Your opponent never gets Delirium anymore.
Yeah.
And if your opponent wants to reanimate something, they have to like. It's very difficult for them to reanimate anything.
Yeah, it's super difficult. I think this card's super good in a set.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons.
Like Silver Bullet
hits a
against
lot of
some
archetypes.
decks. Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you
And
doing?
even if it's not, then the 6 mana pop is also just super powerful.
No, 6 mana pop is a good ability. Yeah. All right, what are you rating?
I like it. Probably A+. Yeah.
I'm giving this an S. I think this is just stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think the only time it might be awkward, it probably wouldn't even be that awkward if it's just like 2 aggro decks or something.
I mean, sure. When are you not first picking this? Never, right?
I mean, it's so cheap. Yeah.
It's a colorless insane card. Yeah, it's just an S.
That's true. Okay, I like it. All right, next card here, Marvin, Murderous Mimic, 2 mana, 2/2. Marvin has all activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. Wait, what does that mean? They don't have the same
It
name as this
basically
creature.
gains
So,
all
like,
active abilities of all your creatures. That's it.
okay, it's just saying that so that there's no like infinite or something.
If you have like another copy
don't-
of this, if it doesn't say that, then they would just duplicate their abilities forever, right? Like infinitely.
Okay.
Whatever. That's not the important part. It just gains all
Okay,
activated
okay.
abilities. Yeah.
Do we care about this?
Okay, so I did a draft sim with some Worlds competitors that's coming up.
Okay.
And then my deck had this and the Kaito.
What does a Kaido do?
So the Kaito that we're gonna see later is a Planeswalker,
Okay.
but it's a creature on your turn. So
Okay.
the Marvin has Planeswalker activated ability, so that was kind of cool, I think.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
I
it's
guess
2 minutes,
outside of
2-2.
that,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I feel like you just know when this is gonna be fine or good, right? You just need activated abilities,
Okay.
and they need to be activated
remember-
abilities that are like not passive. For example, like Hotwood Streaker, the 2 mana to flip something up, it's a passive ability that works whenever you have it, right? So it doesn't do anything there. But if you have like a mana dork or like something, then this is like then it uses it. I still wouldn't rate it
Okay.
super high though. Maybe it's like a C.
Yeah. I was thinking like C or B.
Yeah, build around B maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And
Okay.
then
And then
Oh.
now for the last card, Dissection Tools. 5 mana when Dissection Tools enters, manifest Dread, then attach Dissection Tools to that creature. A creature gets +2/+2 and has Death Touch and Lifelink. And then in order to equip, you sacrifice a creature. Okay. So 5 mana 4/4, Death Touch, Lifelink, and then equip, sacrifice a creature.
Yep.
I mean, sounds good to me. There's not much to complain about. I don't
Sounds good to me. It sounds broken. I mean, what the hell? That's what is happening here? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess the only downside is that the equip cost is pretty expensive, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, you're happy to just it's kind of like an aura that you have to sacrifice a creature to play the aura, right? But you play for free.
Yeah, that's great.
No, this is
It goes in
S.
every deck as well.
Yeah,
Goes in
I
every
think this
deck.
is just easy S. I don't know.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right, let's finish it up with some multicolored cards. Okay, dude, these rares are looking very sick so far, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one in each color it appears, something like that. Oh, we'll see. All right, first up we have the blue black. Ooh, I guess we should sort these out by the color instead for this one, because they kind of like, so that we see how many color if any color sets have more than one rare mythic, right?
Okay. Sure.
Alright, so let's start with Nico, Light of Hope. For 4 mana in Azorius colors, you get a 3/4. When Nico enters the battlefield, you make 2 shard tokens. So the shard tokens once again are 2 mana, sack this to scry 1 and draw a card. So they're like upgraded clues, pretty much.
Okay.
And then for 2 mana, so 2 tap ability is exile a non-legendary creature you control. Shards you control become copies of that thing that you exiled until the beginning of the next end step, and then return the card you exiled to the owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So it's 2 mana tap a Nico to slow flicker it, right? Slow flicker your creature. But then all your shards, if they're still there, become that creature until the next end step.
And has instant speed ability as well.
And it's instant, yeah. So you can protect your creatures, kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's a 4 mana 3/1 that has an ability that can flicker your own stuff, which is already generally good.
Right.
And you can just like randomly win the game.
Oh, but then the worst case is if they kill Nico, you get 2 shards that draws 2
Yeah,
cards.
you get investigate.
Okay, so
like,
this
or
this
you
reminds
get
this gives me some Ezreal vibes from Murders.
I don't know, yeah.
Right. You remember the Ezreal, the 5/5 flyer that makes 2 clues?
No, I don't remember it actually.
You don't remember Ezreal? What is happening? Do you even play limited? Hello, this guy.
I don't know if I played that set.
Oh,
Oh, this guy.
What the
Oh, I
heck?
do, dude. And nobody knows his name but you, Amaz.
Ezra. Anyways, yeah, I think this is OP. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nico's just S, right?
Into S.
S.
Just into S. Like, there's too much value on it for.
Yeah. It's just easy
it
S.
other
Okay,
way.
cool. Let me close some tabs here. All right. So white blue also gets another rare. It's restricted office lecture hall. So restricted office, 4 mana. When you unlock the store, destroy all creatures of power 3 or greater. And then lecture hall is 7 mana, but it's blue. Other permanents you control have hexproof.
Okay. Well, the 7 mana side is like pretty useless.
Yeah, the 7 mana side is like, okay, sure. All right, yeah. The left side is that even good?
It's good in a Boros deck, probably like a 2-power Boros deck.
Yeah, but is that even good? Yeah, the Manifest Dread is the main mechanic of the set, right? One of the main mechanics, and they're all 2/2s.
True as well.
This might be bad. I mean, if you kill
probably...
one creature, if you kill one demon with it or something, like 4 mana destroy a demon, like fine.
True. It's hard to play. Yeah, it's hard.
I'm kind of not on this. I'm gonna give this a D.
I'm probably gonna give it a C-. Yeah,
okay,
I think it's fine. But yeah, it's like whatever.
Okay, next up we have Kaito. That's the card I was talking about. So Kaito, Bane of Nightmares, the only planeswalker in the set. 2 blue-black.
Wait, where's his arm?
What? Here.
Where's his arm?
Here, and then he's holding the staff.
Oh my god, that's his hand. I thought that he just didn't have a.
Okay, all right. Anyways, 2 blue-black for 4 loyalty planeswalker. You can ninjutsu him for 1 blue-black, so that's cool. So once again, ninjutsu is you return an unblocked attacker to your hand, and then this comes into the battlefield attacking. So why can a planeswalker attack? Well, because during your turn, Kaito is a 3/4 ninja with hexproof. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then he has 3 abilities. So +1, you get an emblem with ninjas you control, get +1/+1. 0, surveil 2 to draw, and then draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. So surveil 2, draw a card maybe. And then -2 is tap a creature and put 2 stun counters on it.
With the ninja emblem, super random, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of random. It's probably like constructed. I think there's 2 ninjas actually, and the other one is also blue-black. It's on the right side. And that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess it's a 3/4 hexproof. You can buff himself, right? And it's a 4/5 forever and so on. You can surveil to draw cards. Surveil to draw cards is part of the burst mode, right? So you ninjutsu, you immediately surveil 2 and draw a card. And then if your opponents are threatening him, then you can just -2 and buy some time. It buys a lot of time.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 stun counters is a lot of time.
Yeah, actually has a lot.
Yeah, and
I mean over 2 turns as well. Like if you go -2 +1 -2, like that's still pretty broken.
Right. And then it doesn't really die to removal because it's hexproof, but it could die to combat tricks.
Yeah, and they can kill it on their turn if they have a planeswalker kill thing, but I don't.
Yeah, they have to
I don't even think there are any. Are there?
No,
like,
I mean,
murder
yeah,
doesn't kill planeswalker.
maybe, but they can attack it like as a normal planeswalker. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Seems good to me. Like,
seems good.
It can protect itself. It draws a lot of cards. If you don't kill it, the emblem is probably the worst mode, but even that is pretty good. I'm happy with just giving this an S. Planeswalkers are usually just S.
Yeah, just give it S.
Yeah. Next up, we have Nashi, Search in the Dark. 2 mana, 2/2 menace. Whenever Nashi, Search in the Dark deals combat damage to player, you mill that many cards. You can put any number of legendary and enchantment cards from among them into your hand. And if you don't put any cards in your hand this way, you put a counter on Nashi.
Okay.
So 2 mana, 2/2 menace. If you hit them, I think it's better to word this the other way around, basically, right? It's like it's a 2 mana, 2/2 that gets a counter, unless you want to mill some. Unless you want to draw some of the mill cards, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And yeah, you could actually mill out with this because you have to mill that many cards. So once again, the those shuffle effects are very important. But I don't know. This seems fine. I'm pretty happy with this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's like kind of whatever-ish though. Like, yeah, it's good on turn 2, and then outside of that, like, it kind of falls off a little bit probably.
Well, it's menace though. It's always gonna connect.
Yeah, it's menace.
2/2 menace that becomes a 3/3 menace, and then sometimes it
It's
draws
like
your cards.
it's like really good on 2, and then later in the game, like it's still not gonna be as good. But yeah,
I think that's pretty good. I don't know. 2-mana 2/2. Would you play a 2-mana 2/2? 2-mana 2/2 menace draw card if you hit them? That's pretty good wording, right?
yeah,
That
yeah,
would be
that's
an
true,
A.
probably, yeah.
I think that would be an A. This one, it
Yeah.
says if you don't draw a card, you put a counter on it. That seems still pretty good.
And let's just put any number of them.
Yeah,
So
so
let
yeah,
me enter and ship
you could
cards.
draw 2 or 3. I don't know.
Yeah, you can draw 2.
I'm pretty happy with this. I'll give this an A.
I like it. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I think A- for me.
Yeah, I think this is good. All right. Black red only gets 1. Wait, actually, most colors only get 1. It's only white blue and blue black getting 2.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting. Anyways, the black red rare is Undead Sprinter. 2-mana 2/2 trample haste. It says you may cast Undead Sprinter from your graveyard if a non-zombie creature died this turn. And then if you do, Undead Sprinter this enters with a +1/+1 counter. So basically, it doesn't work with itself. But if you can cast it from the graveyard if something else died, and it's any creature on the battlefield. It's not just your own. Just any non-zombie, and then it becomes a 3/3 trample haste. That seems pretty good. I don't know.
It sounds pretty strong.
Sounds pretty
and
good,
there's
yeah.
some sack stuff in the format as well.
Yeah, I would give this a B.
I mean, I think I like this one more than Nashi.
You want this one with Nashi? I
would
like
give this
Nashi
one
more.
A.
Dude, Nashi has to be
Yeah.
better, no?
I mean, I think Undead Sprinter is more annoying than Nashi.
Yeah, but then your opponent plays like a 1/4, and then Undead Sprinter is blanked, whereas Nashi is you still need to kind of deal with it, and then Undead Sprinter deals damage. Nashi deals damage and draws your cards and gets a counter.
That's
I
a good
mean,
point,
you,
yeah.
if they're both in the pack, I would pick Nashi instead, right? Yeah. So there you go. I don't know if you have any other thoughts about that. I think Nashi is just a better card.
I'm not sure. I mean, I can see it. I feel like I have to play with it, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
So on this sprinter, I'll give it a B. What are you giving
Okay.
on this sprinter?
I think I would still give it A-. Like, I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Next up, we have Pure Past the Veil, the red green rare. It says it's 4-mana instant. Discard your hand, then draw X cards equal to the number of card types in your graveyard.
Okay, so the max we can draw in this format is 6.
6, basically 7 if you have Kaito.
7 if you have Planeswalker.
Yeah. This could be good. I don't know. 4-mana draw 4.
That's a cool card.
4-mana draw 5.
Like, I don't think it's a good card, but it's a card I'm gonna play for sure.
I think it's
But
okay.
I think
it's a good card. I think it's a good card.
Okay, I would probably give it a C though. Yeah.
Cause like the red green uncommons are 2-mana, right? There's the 3/2 haste and there's also the punch spell or whatever. I would
Okay.
assume that red green runs out of cards very quickly. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from my perspective, like usually when I'm playing red green, I don't want card draw that looks like that. It's just like
Right. But
I want
normally
my
red green
creatures to get some
also
advantage.
doesn't get card draw. That's the thing.
yeah, but usually like red green, it's like if you're playing red green and then you curve out, try to beat them down, and then draw cards, and then try to beat them down again, like that's just kind of weird.
Yeah, that
I
is kind of
guess,
weird.
like,
Yeah, but it's a good backup plan. Yeah, it's okay. I will give it a C+ maybe then.
I'm probably not playing this in my Gruul decks, honestly. Like I'm playing this more in my weird 4 or 5
Multicolor
color
cards.
decks.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next up we have Rip Spawn Hunter, green white rare. Okay, this guy is a 4/4 survivor. So if Rip survives, reveal the top X cards of your library where X is the power. Put any number of creature and or vehicle cards with different powers from among them into your hand. So basically 4. So basically survivor, look at the top 4 cards, right? If you don't have it pumped or anything, and then you get any amount of creatures or vehicles with different powers.
Okay.
Doesn't that seem kind of insane?
Seems good.
It seems insane. So survivor
It's
draw
like a
cards.
big Nashi. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems really good. I don't know. That seems great. I would give this an A.
Yeah, it just looks like a solid card. Like it doesn't sound super broken to me, but yeah, it's just like solid.
Yeah,
super solid.
yeah. Because if it works once, I think you're good. Because if it worked once, that means it will work again, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Next up, we have Victor, Valgafal Seneschal. 3 mana, 3/3, white black rare. Says Eerie. Whatever Eerie, so enchantment or unlock a room, you surveil 2 if this is the first time. If it's the second time, each opponent discards card. And if it's the third time, you put a creature card from a graveyard into the battlefield.
What?
Okay, and it's also put a creature card from a graveyard, so you can reanimate your opponent's creatures as well.
Okay.
Okay, so basically it wants you to Eerie multiple times in a turn on white-black.
Which sounds hard though.
Right, isn't that a little bit hard? Because like most of the Eerie stuff is in blue, I want to say, or
I think so. Like blue-red stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, black does not have too many. White has some enchantments, right? With the Oblivion Ring and the auras. Yeah.
But like, I don't imagine myself playing like a white-black auras deck. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it'll be like white-blue auras or something like that.
Right.
Generally.
So yeah, I think it's more of a white-black thing. No, maybe it's like a blue-black splashing white thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who really knows?
I personally think the card is like whatever. Like I don't think it does anything.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just checking some. Oh my god. People need to stop messaging me when I'm doing a set review. Oh my god. Okay. I would give this a C+. I think it's okay. I don't think it's crazy.
I would probably just give it a C or even C minus.
Maybe a B minus. And the Surveil 2 is not bad, right? Whenever Eerie Surveil 2, that's okay. It digs you to more.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I mean, I'm just not that happy about this card being just like a 3-mana 3/3. Like, I would probably even rather have like the 3-mana 3/3 lifelinker Eerie guy.
There we go. See, I'm getting you up to Call Healer. Dude, Call Healer is insane, dude. You need to redo the rating for that one. Okay. All right. So last 6 cards. First of all, okay, we have the blue-red rare is a room. So Roaring Furnace, 2 mana. When you unlock this door, this room deals damage equal to the number of cards in your hand to target creature an opponent controls. Okay, so fires a victory. And then 5 mana, Steaming Storm, that's blue. You have no maximum hand size, and at the beginning of end step, draw a card.
Dude, I love this
this card is just good, right?
I love it.
This card's just good. You kill something, and then you get the effect of draw a card every turn, so yeah.
I would give this card an S for Steaming Sauna.
Wow, for S?
Yeah, I like it. Okay. And another reason I rate it so highly is because I think like blue red just rooms is already an archetype. Yeah.
Okay, I will give it an A. I think it's good, but it's not like
I like it.
It's not like those stupid overlords that are just end the game or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This is
the
also
overlords
not
kind of remind me of like.
Yeah, this is also not Kaito. Like I don't know. Like I don't think this is an S. S is like you picking this over anything.
I would pick this over a Kaido.
All right, it's a Deathsie S. There you go. Okay.
I'd pick it over Kaido.
All right, next up, Swarm Reaver, the black-green rare. Says, so 4 mana 2/3, and then it says when it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 insects with flying. Okay, and then also has Delirium. If you have Delirium, insects and spiders you control get +1/+1 of Death Touch. Okay. So 4 mana 2/3 make 2 flyers, and then if you have Delirium, insects and spiders you control get bigger, and Death Touch.
I mean, this card's already ridiculous.
I mean, it's ridiculous
without Delirium.
Yeah, the front side is already ridiculous, right?
Makes no sense.
And then there's so many. Isn't there a lot of random insects and spiders in this set? With the Twitching Doll makes spiders, and then
what
was it
2 mana spider that makes spiders or whatever.
Spider. Okay. Dude, what the? This is already so many insects and spiders. Right?
Sure, pt2 like Brood Spinner is a card that you play a lot.
Spine Seeker, you want to play this a lot.
Sure, yeah.
Twitching Doll
you always play if you get it.
And then I don't know if there are any things that make insects and spiders. Let's see if there are. Oh my god, the White Overlord makes insects. Yeah, okay, that's like a happy fantasy land at that point, right? Yeah. But yeah, Storm Reaver is insane. I don't know. I'll give it an S. S, right?
S for Swarm Weaver, sure.
Yeah, okay. Next up, we have the Jolly Balloon Man. No shit. 3 mana, 1/4 haste. Okay. And as an ability, 1 tap, to create a token that's a copy of another creature token you control, except it's a 1/1 red balloon creature in addition to its other types and has flying and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of next end step and activate only as a sorcery. So it's a Kiki-Jiki, right?
Yeah.
That you can only activate on your turn as a sorcery. And the copy is a 1/1 balloon.
Okay. I don't think there's any untap in this set, right?
I don't think so.
I don't remember any.
There's the untap at the end of your turns, but that doesn't really apply to this, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool card. I mean, you can still copy like legendaries
And get
like,
the ETB.
copy legendaries and get the ability of it. It's a cool card. I don't think it's like Giga broken, just like as is.
Oh
but
really?
Yeah.
I think it's Giga
really
broken.
cool.
I think it might be Giga broken.
I mean, it's true that like most of the cards in a set have like some sort of ability, right? Like enter the battlefield or something.
Yeah, and then also there's a lot of random stuff that can happen, right? Because like, if you copy like an enchantment, you have Eerie trigger. If you copy like like I said, any ETB, that's a thing. The 1/1 red balloon is also the 2 power matters. And then you can sacrifice the token to other effects. Right? Like the deal 5. Sacrifice the thing and deal 5 or something.
Yeah, I think that like for me it still just depends on what you can copy, but I think at first glance I would have just given it like a B. Yeah.
It's a 1/4. Your opponent it's hard to kill. I'm giving this an A. I think your opponent has to kind of be annoyed with this. Like if this stays alive the whole game, it's just so annoying, I think.
I mean, I think that's kind of the name of the set so far. Is like there are so many cards that just
demand an answer. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is like a little bit less threatening if you don't have anything. It's just that it's just gonna be a problem sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, opponent can always play something and then copy. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm giving it A. What are you giving it?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it a B. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it though.
All right. Next up, we have the last 2 color rare. It's Zimone All Questioning, 3 mana 1/1. At the beginning of your end step, if a land entered the battlefield under your control this turn, and you control a prime number of lands, great. You create Primo the Indivisible, which is a legendary 0/0 fractal token that put that many counters on it. Okay. So you play this on turn 3, and you get a 1/1 that makes it 3/3, right?
Okay.
Right. That's cool. If the 3/3 ever dies, and you reach another prime number of lands, you can just make another one, or you can just upgrade the guy into the bigger one because it is legendary, so you can't like keep on making the fractals, but it basically kind of just grows.
Have you seen that video on YouTube where it's like one guy for 3 hours he recites all of the prime numbers?
No, why would I watch that? What? You watched that? What?
No,
Hello?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, great. That's fantastic. Okay, so anyways, okay. So it's good that they list this up. So 3, 5, 7. I think those are the numbers, right? That
3, 5, 7 are the main ones.
Sometimes 11, sometimes 13.
Every once in a blue moon.
Yeah. So 3 mana 1/1 that makes it 3/3 is kind of okay. Right? It's kind of reminds me of the Toby guy, like the white guy. But then the crazy part is that if this random 1/1 stays alive at turn 5, you make a 5/5.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. I like that.
Yeah, solid. It's good.
I think I'm gonna give this a B.
3, 5, 7. I mean, the dream is like 3, 5, 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like killing a 1/1's kind of hard, but yeah.
Yeah, you have to. It's kind of like a 2-for-1, right? So yeah. Yeah. I think I'll give it a B. I think it's good.
I like A for this one. Yeah, I like this card more than the Balloon Man as well. I like it though.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Fine. In that case, maybe I like this card a little bit more then, because I think Balloon Man is really good. I'll give Simone a. I'll give it an A-. I think Balloon Man is actually better because like it does make it a little weirder. Like this is so much call potential. This is just good by itself. Good by itself sometimes. Ish.
It's like in Magic it's kind of interesting because a lot of times it's like I either like working really really hard for my cards or not working at all.
Not at all. Yeah, lazy or like give me the hardest puzzle ever, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Next up we have a Jund legendary creature, Winter Misanthropic Guide. So 1 and Jund, so 4 mana, 4 mana 3/4, Sword 2. and says at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards. Okay, so everybody draws. And then if you have Delirium, each opponent's maximum hand size is equal to 7 minus the number of those card types.
Wait, beginning of upkeep, each player draws a card, and then 4 more. Each opponent's max hand size is equal to 7 minus the number
of Delirium. So these effects that both players draw cards usually are better for you, right? Because you're gonna make a deck around this effect, so you're gonna have cheaper stuff, you're gonna have cheaper removal, right? Your curve is gonna be a little bit lower, so sometimes your opponent's not gonna take full advantage of this. And then if you have Delirium, suddenly your opponent's hand size is at least 3, right? Because if you have Delirium, it's 4 minimum. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So they might have 3 or 2 or 1 maximum hand size or whatever. So they have to play their cards immediately, basically. That's what it says. I'm not super happy with this having no keywords other than word 2.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I think these effects play out better than they advertise.
I think it's gonna depend for me just how proactive my deck is, and as you mentioned, like you want your deck to look a certain way. Like I don't really want to play this in my like 4 or 5 color decks.
Yeah, this is not a 5 color deck, right? No, a 5 color card. Yeah, you're just gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, like you want to be proactive. You want to be yeah.
This might be the most confusing card so far, I think. Right? It needs 3 colors, and then you need to be a fast aggro deck. I want to say. So I think I'm not gonna rate this super highly. I think if you work really, really hard for it, then it's really powerful, I guess. But I will start this as a C. Yeah,
I think C or low B for me.
Yeah,
I think I'm happy with just giving this C as well.
Yeah. It's a lot of work for not that much to get, right? Like the other cards seems like it's a little bit more rewarding. All right, and finally we have a Rainbow Wooburg Legend. This is the last card.
I bet it sucks.
Oh my god.
I haven't read it yet, but I bet it sucks.
What? Right. Okay, well, let's read it, okay? Marina Vendrell, 5 mana, 3/5. When it enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand. Rest on the bottom. And then if you tap her, you can lock or unlock a door of target room you control only as a sorcery.
Okay. Better than expected.
Better than expected. Wait, is this good? 5 color rooms?
I mean, I'm already gonna be playing 5 color rooms, so yeah.
I actually think this is good. I think this is good.
Like, I mean, it's clunky. Like, clunky not necessarily just because it costs Wooburg, but it's a 3/5. Yeah, it's a 3/5.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever the power of this doesn't really matter too much, right? Because you really want to use the tap ability.
I mean, I would like to block with this still.
Well, that's true. But then, yeah, if you want to block, you can't activate the ability. That's true. But okay, 5 mana, 3. Okay, so if you look at the top 7, put all enchantments. Usually it's 17 lands, right? That's the beam or whatever. 17 lands. So if you look at the top 7, on average, you're gonna get 4 non-lands, and then out of those 4 cards, if you build your deck properly, I would say you have half enchantments, so you can draw 2 cards. So a 5 mana 3/5 draw 2 cards. Is that like, isn't that pretty good?
I mean, yeah, it's fine. Like, obviously, I'm gonna play the shit out of this card.
Yeah. But I mean, really, if you're playing the Pro Tour or something, okay, if you're playing for like $1 million, right? You still need to give this a rating. Like, you would pick this over some other stuff. You would pick this over some commons, I would think. I would hope. Right? Like, I would pick this over some commons.
Yeah.
I think this is a very strong effect. I don't know. Like,
I mean, it looks like a B to me, to be honest.
It looks like a B? I think it actually looks like a B to me, too. Because, like, the front side is very good. Getting all enchantments from the top 7 is quite solid. And then if you play, what's it called? Hey, imagine if you play the Black Mythic room next. What was the Black Mythic room again?
The Raised Dead or the Living End or whatever.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this. Look at this. Right? Isn't that pretty good? You pay this 3 mana, you tap her, and then you return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. What?
Do you have creature cards in your graveyard?
I'm assuming if you have a 5 mana deck that you're gonna run a lot of those mana fixings and say its name, like the mill 3, get a something back, right? That's how you're trying to build it. But then I mean that's just one example, right? What if you get like the trigger ability triggers like Blizzard Time? What else? Your card, your favorite card. You have no massive hand size draw card. I don't know, man.
I think she's a meme.
I think this is okay.
I think she's a meme for the most part.
She's a
because the thing
meme?
is that usually in that type of deck, like your opponent's not required to kill anything else. So like, yeah, it's just gonna be a bad draw spell usually. I think.
Okay, I think this is okay. I would rate this a B. I think you rated a B too, right?
Yeah, I rated it B as well, but
Okay.
I feel like B is a little bit ambitious.
No, I think it's good. I think she's good.
Okay, so the cool thing, so one thing I wanted to go back on that chat mentioned, Zimone on 5 mana. Yeah, if you play Terramorphic Expanse, you get double 5/5. That's pretty cool.
No, you don't. It's a legendary. What the heck?
Oh, it's a legendary.
Yeah, no.
Wait, hold on.
What the?
Card's a legendary.
It's a legendary. That's why I'm saying that if you attack with a 3/3 and you don't kill it, and you
Okay.
go to 5 lands, you just upgrade to a 5/5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I guess a low A for Zimone. Yeah. Low A.
Okay. Well, there you go. That is the set. We did it. We did all the cards.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, we did it! Oh no, we didn't. We did not.
What did we forget?
We have 10 more cards.
Are these special guests?
Special guests. One in every.
Okay.
What's it called? 2 boxes, I guess. So you are gonna see them
One in every
sometime.
2 bucks. Okay.
Yeah, but some might be insane. So I'm just gonna go with these really quickly, I guess, because they're not gonna
let's
appear
go
that
set.
often. All right, Hollow Haunting, 4-mana enchantment. Says if you control 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control have flying and vigilance, and then whenever enchantment ETBs, you get a spirit cleric creature with XX equal to the number of spirits you control.
One of my favorite limited cards ever, to be honest.
Wait, this is just good in this set, right? Enchantment creatures.
I love this card.
Okay,
yeah,
this is
and
like
even
really
better in this set.
I actually think this might be very high pick. Like I would put this at A. I would say.
Yeah, I think A sounds good to me.
Okay, next up, Soul Warden. 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever another creature enters, you get to gain life. There's your life
Soul
gain.
Sisters.
There's your Leyline of Hope deck.
Actually,
Although
pretty good in this
I've
set.
got to say,
This
Soul
one's
Warden usually plays up better in limited than normal because it also counts your opponent's creatures. It's like an old card. So I would give Soul Warden a C+. I think it's just very solid. Yeah.
Yeah, and in certain decks, like if you have the black, like the black curse or whatever, like it could just be
Sure. Yeah.
regen.
So I think it's okay. What are you giving it? Sorry, really quickly.
Probably give it a B, honestly. Yeah, I
Okay,
like it.
Cool. Next up,
like it.
Expropriate. 9 mana commander card. Start of view. Each player votes time or money. For each time vote, you get an extra turn. For each money vote, you choose a permanent by the voter who chose money. And you gain control of a permanent. And then you exile this card. So basically, you always vote for time because you don't want to vote for... Money doesn't do anything for you. So 9 mana, get an extra turn. And then your opponent either gives you another extra turn or they give you a permanent of your choice.
Permanent. Choose a permanent owned by the voter and gain control of it. Okay, so it could just be a land though, right?
No. What?
Each
No.
player votes
Yeah, it could be a land if
what?
they only
For
have lands. But you get to
for each
steal their
money,
best thing.
choose... Oh, you choose. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay,
You
yeah,
you
yeah,
choose their best thing. Yeah. I mean...
Dude, the conspiracy cards are so cool, man. Like, honestly, I think that was one of my favorite Magic sets I've ever played. Conspiracy.
Okay. So what about limited
Yeah, that's
here?
great.
You open this? Are you picking this? You're obviously picking it, but what are you rating this?
Okay, so it's 9 mana, gain a turn, and then you take one of their things.
Pretty much. I mean, your opponent's not really gonna give you extra chance unless there's like literally nothing on the board.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it's that good, but yeah.
Okay.
Like, I honestly have no idea what.
I would give it an F. I don't
What would
know.
you rate this?
I think it's unplayable.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it's just too expensive for like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, usually, like I said, it does something. I don't think it even wins you the game at 9 sometimes.
No, it doesn't.
All right, Phantasmal Image, 2 mana. You get a 0/0 illusion. You may have Phantasmal Image enters a copy of any creature on the battlefield, so it's any clone, right? Except it's an illusion, and when it becomes the target of a spell ability, you sacrifice it. So it's kind of flimsy. You touch it and it dies.
Yeah, flops.
Yeah. I want to say it's insane because Phantasmal Image in any limited format is just like broken. Right? 2 mana clone is insane. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to copy in this format as
So
well.
many good stuff, right? And also,
yeah, and a lot of stuff have ETBs, so
yeah, and also your opponent's creatures too. Like if they play
Yep.
a big demon, you're like, okay, I'll play 2-mana demon myself, you know. So I'm happy giving this an S. I don't know. This is
Ooh, interesting. Okay,
This is
I
just
would
an
probably
auto
still just
pick
give
for
it a
me.
B though. Yeah,
Okay.
I would probably still just give it a B. Like, I think it's super solid card, but yeah, you're gonna have to find moments.
You don't need to find a thing for it, because like if there are no big creatures on the board, that means nobody's winning the game yet. So you're not really like
true.
you don't really need to do this yet. You just need to do this when
True.
you really want to pump up something. You want to mirror the board state, or you want to get ahead, right? So I think both
Yeah.
of these are just like fantastic situations. So yeah.
I think it's a lot better in this set than other sets as well. Just because,
Sure.
yeah, just a lot of powerful stuff.
Yeah, just so many power slip. Alright, next up we have Damnation for 4 mana. It's classic Damnation. Destroy all creatures, they can't be regenerated.
Love it, love it. Yeah,
Alright,
just give
yeah.
it an S, I think.
I think it's just S. Yeah, board works are just S. Especially like 4 mana. Like what the hell? Alright,
Yeah.
next up we have Sacrifice. 1 mana as an instant. You sacrifice a creature you control as an additional cost, and then you add an amount of black mana equal to the sacrifice creature's mana value.
Okay. I
Uh,
don't know what you do with this in this format. I don't think there's anything. I mean, there's that black demon.
The black demon, the 6 mana,
But-
the quint. Was it what's the sexta? Black? I don't even know what you call
Sexta
6
black?
mana pips. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not playing this. I don't
I
know.
mean-
Sacrificing
I
a creature
mean-
to add mana is like not good.
Ain't none of my homies playing sacrifice in the deck. Though.
Yeah, I think this is an F.
I guess there is the act of treason uncommon, but there's
That
just
is
better sacrifice
true.
outlets.
But like, you're not paying 1 mana for that effect. Like, oh
No.
my god. Ugh.
No,
Okay, yeah,
we're
it's
over
F,
it.
F. All right, next up we have Maddening Hex, another commander card. 3 mana, enchantment or curse. You enchant a player, so your opponent in this case. Whenever an enchanted player casts a non-creature spell, you roll a d6. This deals
Okay.
damage equal to that player, equal to the result, and then you attach Maddening Hex to another one of your opponent's chosen random, which is blank text because it's 1v1. So basically, it
Okay.
says whenever your opponent casts a non-creature spell, they take 1 to 6 damage.
Dude, I literally cannot beat this card.
You cannot beat this card. You're dead. You're
I-
dead. Your whole
yeah,
deck is
I-
null creatures.
Yeah, I can't beat it.
Okay, so S against Deathsie, and then what would be a
Yeah.
normal rating for this? Yeah, what would be a normal rating for this card?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, whenever enchanted player, like, can I play this in my non-creature deck?
Yeah,
like,
just
it's probably
enchant
not gonna be
them.
that.
And then whenever they cast a
Yeah.
room or remove a spell, they take some damage. You know,
It sounds kind of bad, but yeah.
sounds kind of
Probably-
bad. I think this sounds okay. I think this is actually
it
not
sounds
bad.
okay.
In your theoretical like low creature count, high removal,
Uh-huh.
this could be your win con, right? Remember you said you want to win with some rooms.
Yeah, another win con.
This could be a win. This
Yeah.
could be fine, you know. And your opponent can never cast any non-creatures anymore. You know, I think it's okay. I wouldn't give this high
Yeah.
though. I would just start like C, maybe even C minus. Like it's not a good win con, but it's a
Yeah.
win con.
I mean, even in the non-creature decks that I'm thinking about, is like you're still gonna have Manifest Dread, and you're still gonna have like random creatures that you know, that are creatures, but they didn't count as creatures or whatever.
yeah, but
during deck
I think
building.
it's just okay. I'm not.
So
crazy
your
with
opponent
this.
needs to cast like removal spells on us too. So yeah,
Yeah.
probably like C, like low C, high D range for me.
Yeah, I would say C minus. I think. Yeah. And next one
Sure.
is Unholy Heat. Ooh, the image card. Single mana for an instant, red. Deal 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker, and Delirium deals 6.
Probably
Heat is
just A for
busted.
me.
Unholy Heat
Yeah.
is busted. Yeah, I think it's actually just like, yeah, it's either B or A. Probably B plus. It is just such efficient
Yeah.
removal, and I don't think there's a lot of 1 mana removal spells in this format particularly.
I don't remember any,
Yeah,
to be
I
honest.
don't think so. So it's pretty damn good.
There's like the
1 mana
there's
deals
the white
6.
there's the white Swords of Plowshare manifest thing.
Yeah, I
but
mean that's not removal. That's like fake removal.
Yeah,
but there's like the
that's
unable
like
to
fake
scream or whatever. But yeah, this is just perfect.
Mm.
And then 2 more. We have Coco, Collector Company. 4 mana instant. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less onto the battlefield. Fine. You know, you have to build around
Is
this.
that good in this format? Yeah,
Hey,
I think it's fine.
it's
like
fine, you know.
I haven't been I've like never been impressed with Coco in just like normal limited.
I hate Coco and
fine.
Constructed, by the way. It's just like, I just if I
It's
hate that on
terrible.
Constructed and you build a deck around it, imagine how bad this is in like limited. You know, like you
Yeah,
have to
true.
really get 2. Like if you get 1, I am not happy. I am super unhappy. So
True,
I
true.
would just say Coco is like a C plus. I think it's just okay.
Yeah, I like it as C.
Okay. And finally, we have Noxious Revival for a Phyrexian green. So either you can pay green or you can pay 2 life. So you can pay free. Oh, second free spell.
Okay.
Put target card from a graveyard on top of its owner's library.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You can either Fate Seal your opponent, or you can, like, I guess redraw something.
You could. Or, the best mode, 0 mana, blank your opponent's reanimating spell.
True, but like, if you blink the reanimation spell and then put it back on top of their deck, that's probably still gonna be kind of awkward, though, right?
Yeah, they get the creature again. They can cast it, right? So.
Yeah, they cast it next turn.
Yeah, it's a little weird. This one is kind of like a sideboard card, I think. Because against Reanimator, having a 0 mana card that says, okay, you don't get to reanimate your guy, you need to wait till next turn, that's pretty strong. Like,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I like this card, especially if my deck just has like plethora of card advantage. For
Yeah.
like,
If you
mind
have a
playing
lot
this.
of 2-for-1s, like if your card draws, or you have cards that are 2-for-1s, then this is okay.
Mhm.
But I would say
There's-
this is a sideboard or build around. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty unique effect, and I really like unique effects in limited. So I would give it like a
True.
B minus, like a sideboard build around
There-
B minus.
There's something I say in limited quite often where it's like some decks mulligan better than other decks. Like where like some of my decks I feel like they just can't mulligan. Like I will keep almost any playable hand
Okay.
just because my deck doesn't have like ways to come back from card disadvantage or something.
Okay.
And like in those same decks I probably would not be playing Noxious Revival.
Well, yeah. Of course, you have to be careful about that.
Yeah.
But then in a specific deck, I think this could be very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's a cool card.
Yeah, it's card of disadvantage, but everything is card disadvantage. I don't know, like a bounce spell is card disadvantage. Like,
Yeah,
so whatever.
It is,
yeah, but you have to
Summon.
just note that the free spells are always like quite good for me, in my opinion. So yeah, a
Yep.
sideboard build around
I like
B
it.
minus. Yeah, and now that's the whole set. All right, perfect.
All right.
All right, we're gonna see you tomorrow for some early access, right? Some stream
Dude,
early
yeah.
access. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my gosh. Dude, one thing I wish that they did for the streamer access events was like, I don't know. I mean, it's weird, but like, I like doing some seals at the start of a format, but whenever draft is available, like I just go into draft.
Oh, just
and
to
then
learn the
some
cards.
formats I just don't seal.
I think you. Well, I mean, have you decided to not go to Vegas yet, or are you still undecided?
I'm undecided. I probably won't be unless there's some sort of like good reason for me
What?
to
I'm
go. I
going.
mean, I guess I just go hang out.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just come hang out.
Huge
but-
reason. All right, and then you can play the main event. So then sealed is fun. Okay, yeah, just do that. All right. Well, thank you so much, Deathsie, for joining us once again. I will see you
for having me.
tomorrow for
Yes.
early access. I'll see you guys tomorrow in chat too for early access tomorrow.
Yes,
too.
and happy Duskmourn, everybody.
Happy
The set looks
Duskmourn,
awesome.
yeah. Awesome. I'm
actually
very excited. Very excited. Good
Yeah,
limited
for the
format,
first time in
right?
a long time.
Yeah.
First time in a
All
long time.
All right. Well, take care, Deathsie. I'll see you
Okay.
next time.